Motor Group, Melbourne Road, Wodonga. You're listening to O&M Live on 2AY.
Much like.
Yeah, the pre-game brought to you by Northeast Bin Hire. Book through Chook. Freaky?
You like that one, don't you, Luke?
Book through Chook. Get on to Shannon Miles and Northeast Bin Hire, Chriso.
You got to get onto them.
You got to get onto them. They're great sponsors of O&M Live. Now we've got the Roos, as we said, warming up towards the Bridge Road end, and the Sainers towards the scoreboard end. This is going to be big. Now, Freaky, on social media during the week, you picked up something which was interesting. A pic came up, and you thought, I know that man. He's from the Saints.
Yeah, there was a photo that obviously Took Miller and Clayton Oliver won the Coaches Association award throughout the week.
Yeah.
The AFL awards, and there was a photo of them in playing under 12s with Christian Petrarca, Darcy Moore, a few other AFL players, and Elijah Wales from Myrtleford was in the same side.
Elijah Wales.
Sitting straight between them. So obviously pretty good pedigree to play with back then.
Oh, he's in a what? Some big names there. So Elijah Wales and the number 1 Guernsey for the Saints this afternoon, Chris O.
Yep, sure is. And they just had the coin toss. I think Kylie is right onto that one for us.
Yeah. Let's go down to Kylie King now, Superwoman for Newmarket, the Newmarket Hotel. How are you, Kylie? Welcome into you.
Geez, I tell you what, you lads always look after me whenever I fill in on the boundary here. I managed to jag just gorgeous weather conditions. So a 19-degree day, that's what the weather is at the moment. Look, I can tell you that the Roos did win the toss, and they will kick to the scoreboard end to start off today's proceedings.
Yeah, beautiful. There she is, the Mayor of Albury, Kylie King. And, of course, you can tune in during the week and catch her on the breakfast show.
She is. That's incredible.
That's right. That is 100% correct. So, some, well, just perfect conditions here, as we said. We just can't wait to get this one on. A big prize on offer for the Saints. They will advance and play finals in the O&M this year if they can get up this afternoon. Let's go back down to you, Kylie.
Yeah, just some observations as I arrived today. Almost had the Corowa president, Stewie, apologising for the state of the ground. He said it's just been tough with all the weather and obviously the winter coolness. He said, mind you, the Myrtleford lads were happy because there was grass. So it's all relative, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, spot on. Rightio, Brad Freak on the 40-wing stat sheet. Who are we looking at today, mate?
Yeah, we're following for Corowa firstly. We're following Darcy Melksham, who would play out on a wing. Cameron and Damien Wilson have just been ball magnets in the middle of the ground for him. Joey Hanson, the captain, and Jared Lane as well for Corowa. For the Myrtleford Saints, we've got Kurt Aylett. He's had an outstanding year. Mitch Del Bosco, Sam Martin, Simon Curtis, and Murray Waite as well. Beautiful.
Chriso, what are your final comments, mate, as we get ready here for McRae Motos and a tip?
Yeah, I think the Saints are by 2 goals. I think it's going to be a really close one. Yeah, really interesting to see how Callum Bradke goes. Obviously, he's off to the AFL Draft Combine in October, so he's got more than 2 AFL clubs interested in him. So he's going to hopefully have a big game for the Roos. And, yeah, Myrtleford, it's all in their hands. Lukey?
Freaky, a tip from you?
Saints for me.
What about you, Kylie?
Oh, I think Saints will be desperate to grab that elimination final berth.
And for what it's worth, I think the Saints will get home too, but I don't think there'll be much in it. So here we go. John Ford Oval, just looking forward to a ripping contest. Umpire in the centre of the ground is about to hurl the ball aloft. Let's get it on. Round 18, Saturday the 27th of August. And in the umpire comes, it's Callum Crisp and Tom Goodwin in the ruck, and we've got a whistle already, so there must have been an infringement on the centre square, and Corowa's going to win it. So the ball going to Tom Goodwin, and immediately comes out the back of the contest and goes to Damo Wilson. Nice kick to Filipponi, so the Roos move it quickly. Inside 50, they get a forward entry. Just came off Caelan Bradke's chest, ball goes to ground. And we're going to have a stoppage. So you don't want to start a game like that, Chris Mitchell, for McRae Motors.
No, not a good start for Myrtleford. Hopefully, for their sake, Roos don't score. But how about the mark from Filipponi? Just stole it off Riccardi.
Certainly did. Marks, a short one. Tried to get it to Melksham. Didn't go the required distance. And he's brought down. And again, we'll get a second stoppage at the scoreboard end. Umpire to take it. As Kylie King said just prior to the bounce, we're expecting a top of 19. We'll probably nearly reach that now. And just a perfect day for footy. Saints bench just down in front of our broadcast spot, Brad Freak.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see early Corowa were trying to get a bit of pace on the ball. We expected that when they came into the game, so look for them to run and carry with the footy.
Brad Freak on the 40-wing stat sheet this afternoon. Joe Hanson on centre wing, far side, goes to Jared Hatton. And then Hatton, well, he missed Hanson again with the hand pass. and then nail it onto Warnock and onto Burns. So the Saints move it nicely. They get one of their first forward entries of the game. Ball along the ground. Sharp's gone off the ground. Riley, he misses though. In fact, has it gone out of bounds? I think it might have. Ham will have a boundary throw in early on in this contest.
Wicks with a big job on Kalen Bradkey today, so interesting to see that matchup.
That's it. Chris Mitchell, thanks to McRae Motors. Ball back into play. Goodwin. And got it to ground level. Quick snap from Sam Martin heading towards the Brid Road end. Up and down in the goal square. Knocked across the line by Joe Hansen. And we will have our first score of the game going the way of the Saints. It is a minor score though on the Steel Line scoreboard as the ball comes back into play. Jared Lane takes the mark and then on to Jordan Ayres, who's under pressure and then shoots it in towards the centre of the ground. Nice mark to Kalen Bradkey. Turns around. He wants to play on quick. And then he had to balk around Aussie Wicks. Now gets his kick away down towards true centre half forward. And the mark is taken back there by Elijah Wales. Plays on to Warnock on true centre wing and wants to get it wide now to Dal Bosco. Didn't get much of a bounce. Yes, that's it. Might need them. And then Callan Cripps short and nice. So the Saints trying to move it forward here through Owers and Molokai. Moves it in forward. So that's about the second entry now for the Saints. They get a repeat. Booker on the right foot, bouncing, goal. Beautiful snap. That is an absolute ripper. An elite body paint. Well, play of the day, if you like. And the first major is on the board for the Saints. Brad Freakins, we go to you.
Yeah, a couple of early inside 50s for the Saints there as well. 2 early touches to Sam Martin on the 40-wing stats sheet. And really nice pace of play there from the Saints. They're looking to, Chris A, they're looking like they're trying to take the game on a little bit. We've seen a few weeks that they haven't been able to move that as quickly. But obviously, Dallas touched on pre-game the recovery they've been doing. Looking like really good stuff for the Saints. Yeah,
they're pretty happy to play that run and handball, quick type of turnover footy. So great to see Warnock up the ground a little bit. That'll isolate Sharp in the forward 50.
Steel Line scoreboard, 1-1-7. The Myrtleford Saints and Riley Bucher with the opening goal, and it was a beauty. Such a lively type. Here we go again. Cam Wilson, nice. On to Cushit, and then he goes inside 50, heading down towards the scoreboard end. You know, Nastasi just couldn't hold on to the mark, and then Filipponi at the back has just rushed it across the line, in fact, and that has gone through for 1 minor score. Chris Mitchell, thanks to McRae Motors.
Yeah, Filipponi very busy and causing a nuisance early, isn't he, Freaky?
Yeah, he kicked 5 in the corresponding game earlier in the year, so he'd be one for the Saints to look out for.
Aubrey GJ Garner Holmes time clock ticking up over the 4-minute mark, and the ball's out of bounds here, just on the arc of the 50 to the scoreboard end. Kylie King, we'll go down to you for the Newmarket Hotel. How are you faring down there, Kylie?
Yeah, just interesting observation. Myrtleford have made a couple of quick changes very early on. Haven't seen much for the Roos yet, so it'll be interesting how they manage those rotations in the hot weather.
Absolutely, Kylie. Kylie brought to you by Benui this afternoon. Martin just missed Del Bosco. Cam Wilson, nice to Darcy Melksham. They've got it just beyond 50, the Roos, and then wide they go in. Nice kick. And Sandrill's taken the mark. So George with the footy. And by the time he makes contact with the Sharon, Chris Mitchell would be 50 out.
He looks like he's trying to spot up a teammate, but there's no leads offering just yet. But don't be surprised if he gets rid of this one, although he looks like he's going back for a shot at goal.
Yeah.
From nearly 50, won't he?
That's it. So George Sandrill looking for the first goal for the Roos this afternoon. Has it got the legs? Right on the line. The crowd likes it. He's got it all right, George Sandrill. And the blue and white get their first goal of the day. Scores locked up on the Steel Line scoreboard, 7 apiece as we go to Brad Freak on the 40-wing stats.
Yeah, 3 early inside 50s there for Corowa, able to get the goal there from George Sandrill, who, when he played his first game a couple of weeks against Yarrawonga, I thought he was really strong. As the game developed, he came more into the game as well. Obviously, coming off a long injury layoff, so really good for him to find a bit of form. Saw he's in the best in the last couple of weeks as well, so really good for him, Chris O.
Yeah, beautiful left foot shot at goal. Never looked like missing that one. So, yeah, great start here by the Roos, and yeah, also for the neutrals as well.
Absolutely. Terrific start to this football game. This is exactly what we wanted. Ball back in the middle. Jared Lane just snaffled it and quickly on the boot in the left foot. And then, well, Bradkey, has he been paid? Holding on. He's going to get the free kick. So he spilt the mark. And, well, the umpire said, no, holding on, Aussie Wicks. And Bradkey will take the shot
I
at
think it was
goal here.
definitely there. That free kick,
Yeah.
he was all over him, Wicks, and you have to be because Bradkey's such a dangerous player, especially when he gets a big dukes up. Very hard to spoil.
Well, we saw his early mark in the centre of the ground there as well. Just his presence in this forward line for Corowa this year. He just gets best defender and he just draws free kicks like that. Makes a bit of panic with the defenders as well. So big, really good confidence start for him after that big mark if he can put this one through.
Yeah, Kalen Bradkey, the Roos, get two in a minute. And Kalen pumps them up. Well, they want this game today on their home turf. Fantastic to watch as we go back to Kylie King, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, I had a quick word with Peter German ahead of the game, and he said, look, just because I'm leaving, lads, don't think I'm going to take it easy on you today. I want to see that hunger and resolve right to the very end. So just keeping an eye on the coach up there. He looked pretty happy with that one.
I think he will be happy if they can get over the line, Freaky, and he might be a bit nervous late in the game. A very competitive beast, old Peter German.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully the boys can send him off in the right way. They've started well, Lukey.
That is exactly right, Freaky. 2-1-13. The Roos lead on the Steel Line scoreboard. The Myrtleford's 1-1-7. We've, well, just gone over the 7-minute mark now on the Aubrey G.J. Gardner Holmes time clock. Saints have it at their end. Inside 50, tied up. And the umpire is going to call for it. Cracking conditions, as we said, final round. So many great games being played today. Round 18 of the O&M. Riley Sharp tried to get on the boot quickly. And then, gee, there's some numbers around this ball at the moment. And looks like Cam Wilson tied up with it. And the umpire is going to take it. So here we go again. Reset, Goodwin. And then Cushit. Just tried to push it out the side of the contest. Hatton after it. So too is Waite for the Saints. He picks it up and is brought down. And again, we'll have another stoppage. Just give us those inside 50s again, Freaky, for 40 wins.
Yeah, 3 to Myrtleford, 4 for Corowa at this stage of the game.
Yeah, so virtually breaking even. Ayres on the right boot. Hurry kick. Over the top. Too tall for Dussin. And then Robinson, he tried to have a crack at it. Marks at ground level, fighting away from it. Callum Chris wraps him up. And again, we'll have another ball up. So Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors, pressure high here.
Yeah.
Many stoppages opening term.
Yeah, it's a real big arm wrestle at the moment. Both sides are not getting forward of the ball too much. So interesting to see who's going to win these stoppages because it's an arm wrestle and battle at the moment to get it out of there.
Barrett, and then short, and got it on to Saunders. And then Saunders down the line. Nice. Kalen Bradkey a long way from home, though. He's up on centre wing. They play on quickly to Shield, and Shield back to Saunders. Great running. And then Barrett's on. He's got him. Oh, Saunders buggered up the kick. Wasn't good footy. They turn it over and then down the line, but the Roos want it back. So Damien Wilson has it. They've started this game well, Corowa-Rutherglen. In towards Tom Goodwin, the big man. Plays on, and they go deep here through Hatton, the Roos, an entry. Robinson, was he pushed out? No, said the umpire. Elijah Wild brings it away from the Saints. And Saunders, though, he's been busy in the last couple of minutes trying to find Nastasi. And the ball's gone across the line as, again, we go to Freaky on the 40-week stats.
Sam Martin started early well here for the Saints, up to 5 disposals already. You can see there the Corowa really trying to take the game on. They're really fast to move it on, get it in board, go the most direct route to home.
Good afternoon to you. If you're listening on 1494 2AY this afternoon, hope you're enjoying the action. Del Bosco, long down the line to centre wing. And, well, the Saints, nice through Warnock. Just reeled the ball in and then sends it long, looking for Riley Sharp. One bite of the cherry, dropped it. Cushit did very well to beat him out of the contest. And then Crisp, Charlie, back to Riley Sharp. The Saints got it.
He's hit the
He's
post.
hit the post.
Unbelievable.
Dear, oh dear, Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, no, he should have gobbled that up. Could have kept running, I think, Riley Sharp. But the Roos are going to go back with their kick out. But, yeah, a bit of a missed opportunity, and they've turned the ball over.
They certainly have to Riccardi goal. So they get another crack at it. Riley Sharp strolled in, missed a goal. He should have kicked. But Riccardi, with the kick out, a bad one from the Roos, has been pinched.
In his 100th game, it's a good start by him.
That's it. He cracks
And
the
he's coming
century.
straight to the bench. I don't get that.
And Brody has now one to the Bridge Road end. Freaky?
Yeah, the old 7-point play there, wasn't it, Lukey, as well? So five early touches we touched on for Sam Martin on the 40-wing stat sheet. Inside 50s are basically even. The ball's really been going up and down. Obviously, we had that small passage before of a bit of congestion, but outside of that, guys, it's been an outstanding game of footy to watch, really from end to end at this stage of the game.
Kate Cushit's got some really good despoils in there so far on Riley Sharp, so that's a battle to keep an eye on as well.
Yeah, you're right about that. Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. Such a entertaining start of this game, Kylie.
Indeed, Jordan is there. I guess the errant kick out that cost Corowa. Quick to put the headphones on to have the coach have a few words in his ear.
What's he saying, do you think, Tyler?
Was very brief.
Okay, good info coming from Kylie boundary side. Saunders picks it up for the Roos, tries to fire it up towards the edge of the 50 again. Nastasi breaks away, has a
Won't catch
bounce,
him.
2 bounces. Will he? Is he? Oh, he's in 2 minds.
He's getting
around
tackled.
one, just got it on the boot in time. So he had Bridie Sharp coming at him. He didn't know whether to have a ping at the sticks in the end or handball it over the top. He decided to take it, and Chris Mitchell, it all ended up well in the end.
He almost made a complete mess of it, but yeah, a good goal there by Nastasi. I think, was it Hayden Filipponi in the goal square?
Keelan Bradke.
Keelan Bradke, yeah. So obviously, yeah, a bit of a temptation there to handball to your teammate in the square, but he made the right call. Probably could have kicked it a little bit earlier, I think, because he nearly got caught in the end. But yeah, the Roos, obviously, when they transition and get it in there, they look really dangerous.
Yeah, Corowa 3-1-19, leading the Saints 2-2-14 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Aubrey GJ Gardner Holmes time clock has gone, well, 12 and a half here in the opening term at John Ford Oval. The Saints win the clearance to Maraca, and he goes on to Owers, and then Owers wants to square it up back to the middle to Dussin. Dussin delivers forward inside 50. Del Bosco just searching for it at ground level, picks it up, and then, well, wild hand pass, turns it over. Robinson grabbed it. He's brought to ground by Del Bosco. And we will have a ball up. Freaky, what's the standout stat for this quarter so far on the 40-wing stat sheet?
It'd be Sam Martin, who's up to 5 disposals already. Inside 50s, as we touched on, very similar, 6-5 in favour of Corowa at the moment.
Beautiful. And again, another ball up, as we said. Just so many stoppages early on in the first term. High pressure from both the tricolours and the blue and white stripes. Roos and the Saints on O&M Live this afternoon. And Buka on the boot quickly, sends it in forward. And Charlie Crisp, who's played a handful of games for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, been taken high.
Looked like he ducked his head a little bit. I'm not sure what you thought, Freaky, but yeah, dangerous spot for a free kick here for the Saints.
Yeah, he looked like he tried to get out of it a little bit. Might have ducked a little bit, copped one high, but the umpires caught him. Be a great goal if he kicks it in, right in the pocket.
Perhaps the long hair accentuated it. He's got the headband on today, Charlie. And then, well, he kicked it at the top of the goal square. Ball trying to find its way out defensively with the Roos, but the Saints do well. Dustin just trying to tear his way through, puts it on the boot, sends it forward. Barrett's back there, though, for the Roos, and does well defensively. Off to Joe Hansen, running nicely, wants to angle back inboard, and then there's a whistle. The free kick was Nastasi, but Damien Wilson plays on quickly, and then gets it to Filipponi. So they're working here nicely. The Roos are linking up. Lavis up against Callum Chris. Callum Chris got a fist to it, but Pernag burns away for the Roos, sends it inside 50. O'Shea came out, ball over the back. Caelan Bradke running onto it. Oh, bounces towards the line, beats him over the chalk, and it is out of bounds just around from the scoreboard here as we go to Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors.
Yeah, big news here for Elijah Wales. I'm not sure if Kyler can see what happened to him, but he looks like he might have done a hamstring and is struggling to get off the ground. So that's going to put them, it looks like he's done for the day, to be honest, boys, and it's going to keep them one rotation down on the bench.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go around the grounds very shortly for Mr. Stowe's Pool World. Lavis heading towards his ball out of bounds. Freaky?
Yeah, if we go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World and the other games in the the Ovens and Murray at the moment. Waingarata up by 7 points against Yarrawonga, 13-6. North Albury down by 2 goals to Wodonga, 13-1. The Rovers down by a goal to, Rovers up by a goal against Albury, 7-1.
Buka quickly out of the contest on the right boot. Now there's a whistle. And the Saints are going to be paid the advantage here. So Riley Sharp just right of centre wing, far side, as Aylett comes to the bench. And Elijah Wales, yeah, he's limping heavily here. He's making his way to the pine too. Joe Hansen, though, has the ball with the Roos. And a cross half back to Saunders, who's been good in the opening term. And then a chip kick. Oh, just trying to find Cam Wilson. Del Bosco did well to interfere then. And then Buka tried to tear his way through. And he's gone, is he? Yep, Filipponi's got him. So the Roos will get it. Is this beyond his distance? Chris Mitchell, he plays on to Jared Lane. He's not beyond him. Jared, oh, he has kicked an absolute bottler. And don't worry.
It's going to be a free kick down the field too to Myrtleford.
It is too, because he's cleaned up Riley Sharp after he kicked it.
Very interesting.
Well-
So has he played 50 as well?
Well,
Or does
that's-
it just go at the centre bounce?
It'll be a free kick to Myrtleford after
just
for
at the centre bounce.
Yeah, there where the centre bounce would have been. But beautiful goal there by Jared Lane. Obviously, beautiful kick from 50 metres. The Roos have absolutely started this game on fire. A structure of their game a couple of weeks ago against Yarrawonga was their forward pressure, and we saw it on display there again by Hayden Filipponi. Beautiful tackle.
Yeah, it's a bit of crazy footy here. Well, Jared's done
what's
well to
happened here?
win it back for his team. So Jared Lane kicked the goal to the scoreboard end, went in and cleaned up Riley Sharp, and then from the centre, the ball was given back to the Saints.
And they turned it over.
Yeah, just a bit of madness here.
Lots of pressure here by the Roos, obviously leading on the steel line scoreboard 4-1-25 to 2-2-14.
Bradkey's ended up with the ball here, and he'll have a shot from the 50-metre arc to the scoreboard end, Freaky.
Yeah, just again, the forward pressure. The big fella, Keelan Bradkey, putting on the pressure there that time. The line up for his second goal in this quarter as well. I think the Roos have started this game really, really well. I think they really want to upset the party for the Alpine Saints today. So really, really hot start by them. See if the Saints can match them.
And boys, this would really apply scoreboard pressure, wouldn't it, in this opening
Make
term?
you very nervous if you're a Saints supporter, wouldn't it, if Bradkey kicks this one?
Here he goes. Highly talented player, this guy. Caelan Bradkey puts it on the boot, sends it towards the southern end. Wasn't to be. To the far side, it's gone through for one minor score. So 4-2-26. The Roos lead. The Myrtleford Saints 2-2-14 on the steel line scoreboard. The Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock is ticking up towards the 18-minute mark as we go to Brad Freak for 40 wins.
Yeah, if we go around the grounds to Mr. Stove's pool round, the other game that I didn't get to before was Lavington is up by 8 points against the Wodonga Raiders.
Very good. Now Sandrell trying to get it on the boot. What's the umpire said here? There was a quick play on. Ball going inside 50 for the Roos, but Simon Curtis doing so well and takes a defensive mark. And then on to O'Shea, and they move it out to Roach. So he's got it now.
He'd have to be a strong contender to win their best and fairest, wouldn't he, Simon Curtis?
Yeah, absolutely. Up at for Myrtleford, you would have thought he'd had an outstanding year coming across from Lavington.
Roach squared it up to Curtis, then he wanted to go to Brady Sharp, announced with Owers. So they're going right across half back here. They haven't gained a whole lot of territory. Here's Curtis. This is what he does best. That was beautiful.
Just
and then
doesn't
on
make a
to
mistake,
Waite.
does he?
No, his delivery's so good. So Murray Waite today, not wearing the sleeves. Usually does. Wide to Buka, who kicked the opening goal for the Saints. True centre wing, far side. 14.94 2AY. Hope you're enjoying the coverage.
Well set up behind the footy, haven't they?
That's
The Roos
it.
making it hard to get any entries.
And Curtis sends it forward now, well over the back. Who's going to pick this ball up? Hatton had a crack at it. Ayres, Hatton's been paid a free kick. Didn't have it, the umpire said. Charlie Cripps just hanging on to him, and they push it to the far side as we go back down to Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. What's the latest down there now, Kylie?
Yeah, well, as you noticed, Elijah Wales from the Saints did hobble off the ground, didn't get any medical treatment, sat on the bench, and the lads got around him, sort of tapped him on the head and gave him a rub. So, yeah, not quite sure what that means, but, yeah, they weren't happy.
Yeah, there you go. So Kylie King just with a finger on the pulse down there this afternoon for the Newmarket Hotel, boundary side. Freaky.
He'll be a big loss today as well, with obviously being a warmer day, for one of the warmer days we've had in a while. Rotations in the last term will be important for Myrtleford.
Kylie King, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis with you this afternoon at John Ford Oval. Buka to the outer side, and a good strong contest out there. And I think the
Surely
umpire,
that's not a mark.
he conned the umpire
I
there.
reckon he did.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that
No,
before.
it came off about 3 blokes and he landed with it.
And he said, I took the mark. The
yeah,
umpire's
it's fine.
blindsided and he pulled him into it. It goes forward. Goodwin. And also O'Shea in a contest. And then Martin went on to Del Bosco and on to Curtis. And then out wide to Waite.
And this is where it's breaking down for Myrtleford. They can't get past that wall of Corowa defenders, so they keep turning the ball over and it's coming back in spades.
Yeah, certainly is. And then long down the line to Warnock, and Nick's got it. You might have heard the interesting language, I'll call it, from below us through the ambience mic. And then Owers. So he's just outside 50 here. Bridge Road end for the Saints. And he goes in, Malachi, and looking for Riley Sharp. That was too easy in the end. Well, Chris Mitchell was saying just how well defensively Cushit was playing. on that occasion, Chris, it just looked a bit too easy for McRae Motors.
Yeah, it did. I think the defenders sort of were taken in a different position, so it opened the forward 50 up for Sharp to lead into. It gave him a bit of space, and we know how good he is overhead as well. So, yeah, he took what looked a comfortable mark, but it was set up by his teammates giving him some room, I think.
So this to bring the margin back to a goal for the Saints. And Riley Sharp heads towards the Bridge Road end, and he's missed it. So he's missed 2 gettable goals.
Yeah, they've had 5 scoring shots, obviously
term.
to 6, so, but they're obviously down on the scoreboard.
Yeah, on the 40-week stat sheet, they've had the 8 inside 50s for 5 scoring shots. They've been more effective than Corowa going forward, who have had 11 inside 50s already in this first term. So been able to take their opportunities, but can't afford to miss too many like that one.
Buka. So the Saints can just pound it straight back in here. What will he do, Riley? He's going to load up, and he sends it in now for the Tricolours. Who have they got there? Look at the pack going up there. Charlie Crisp at the front, and then Cam Wilson brought down. Jared Lane's got it. Sam Martin's got a hold of him, and the umpire said, I'll have it, boys. So we're up to the 22-minute mark now on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Steel Line scoreboard leads or reads Corowa-Rutherglen 26, Myrtleford 15. We'll go around the grounds again very shortly for Mr. Stowe's Pool World and see what's going on in the other games. Ayres on the boot. And then Aussie Wicks versus Robinson. Robinson front spot, doing well, just trying to, well, paddle in front of him. Damien Wilson out the back. Barrett ends up with it, and they send it wide to Darcy Melksham. And Melksham's away, and he's got space. And what will he do here? Down towards the half-forward flank. Marks. Yeah, he's got to go back and get it. Does so. Levels up. Centres it to Saunders. He's having a great opening term. And he gets onto it. Spins around. He's got time. What will he do? Now sends it in. Low ball. Not the best of kicks. Saints there trying to hold it up through Roach. And, well, still play on. Kushert on the boot. He's got it.
Barrett.
It's Barrett. What a ripper. Barrett has turned around and had a snap here to the scoreboard end, and Cameron's kicked a ripper. That was nice.
Yeah, it was. I think Caelan Bradkey probably kept that ball alive because it looked like Wicks was sort of going to, hold it in there and get a stoppage for the Saints. But the ball spilled free and found its way to Barrett and snapped beautifully from about 45 out.
You can give that goal nearly down to Daniel Saunders. In the lead up to that play, ran through the middle of the ground, broke away from a few of the Myrtleford players and able to get the ball out on that 50 and deliver it in there. Just he's willing to, I know the gut running to get to that next spot to be able to set up that goal from him is outstanding. As Lukey touched on, he's had an outstanding start to this game as well.
Certainly has. Still on scoreboard, Corowa. Rutherglen 5-2-32 lead the Saints 2-3-15. As the ball comes out towards our broadcast side, whistle here. Might be a downfield, is it? So Cam Wilson was down after that play. Marks has got it. So he's beyond 50. He's a fair way out here, about 65 to 70 from home. So I wonder what he'll do. Jason, it's pretty clogged up back there. He's going to try and spear someone, but he gets Roach for the Saints. They turn it over directly. And Daniel, he's got Martin on, uses him, he drops it. Now they've got to work hard. Crisp did well to get rid of one of the Roos, then he dropped it, thought he should have been gone.
Should have been holding the ball.
Yeah, Martin, Sharp, Riley came tearing through. The Ayres went in, and Callum Crisp has been legged, has he?
Too high, Lukey.
Too high.
Tommy, good one.
Good pick up. And the Saints, well, I'll tell you what, they had some nervous moments there, Chris Mitchell and McRae Motors.
They're making hard work for themselves, that's for sure. Just silly, costly little hand errors and mistakes. And the Roos are obviously the better team at the moment and making them pay for those little mistakes.
Maraka with the Sharon, tries to find Byrne, had 2 bites at it, put it down. Aylett, he got swung around in the tackle. Maraka goes again, brought the bottom of the pack, and the umpire again will call for it. Here's Brad Freak for 40 weeks.
Sam Martin and Simon Curtis have really started well this game for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Martin's up to 9 disposals and Curtis up to 8, and Mitch Delbosco's up to 6 already as well for the Saints.
Maraka quickly on the boot, sends it forward, high ball, and punched away from Warnock. The Saints win it back though, and they come out the back. Owers, Malachi puts it forward, bouncing ball. Darcy Melksham's going to pick it up though.
Just not giving it to advantage for Sharp there.
Yeah, exactly. And they straighten up, looking for Robinson, and he's got it. Couple of bites, and was able to reel it in, and then plays on. So this is good running. And then on to Melksham again. Darcy moves it forward. Brady Sharp's back there, though, waiting. And takes a good defensive mark. Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors.
Looks like there's a little bit of a match-up switch there. Looks like Sharp is playing on Bradkey and Wicks has moved off, I think, maybe to Robinson.
Let's go down to Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. Have you got the 50-plus out yet, Kylie? It'd be pretty warm down there.
It is a bit like that, that's for sure. It's beautiful conditions. And I think you boys are right. I think Brad might have mentioned early on, Corowa's transition has just been so impressive. And even they've found themselves unmanned with time to fiddle and fumble and still grab the ball and move it forward. So I think the Saints really need to lift their pressure.
Freaky, where's our inside 50 count up to now for 40 weeks?
Yeah, 10 for Myrtleford, 13 for Corowa at this stage. So the Corowa had the favour of it, but just haven't been able to take their chances.
Dustin. And there's a siren to bring quarter time here at John Ford Oval. And at the first term break, it is the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos leading 5-32 over the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 2-3-15. What a game we've got in our hands this afternoon. Kylie King, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis with you on 1494 2AY. This is O&M Live. And on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
TAFE is hiring and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol?
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care! I love it!
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan. With a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
Yeah, the first turn was brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga, LDV Vans, super sponsors of O&M Live. Well, we've got the Huddles in front of us, the Saints and the Roos. Freaky, let's get the quarters best, mate.
Yeah, the Optus quarters best in that first quarter for the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos. I thought Keelan Bradkey in the front of half was outstanding.
Yeah.
Almost had grippo in his hands every time the ball went to him. He was really, really strong. And Daniel Saunders as well set up a couple of goals, and his really good running through the middle of the ground was outstanding. For the Myrtleford side of things, Riley Booker I thought was really strong for them in the forward half. Nice pressure. And Sam Martin in the middle of the ground here. We have a quick look at the 40 Winks stat sheet in that first quarter. Sam Martin, as we touched on, him and Simon Curtis, the leading disposal getters on the 40 Winks stat sheet. 9 disposals each. 6 for Kurt Aylen, 6 for Mitch Del Bosco. For Corowa, 5 for Damien Wilson and 4 for Joe Hansen and 4 for Darcy Melksham as well.
Yeah, gee, Corowa, they've started well, haven't they, Freaky? They're plugged in.
Yeah, they certainly are. They look like they're playing risk. Like they're no risks. They're just taking the game on and free and easy, as we said. We thought they might have tried to do a little bit of times today. So it's a really exciting brand of footy to watch. Us as the neutrals, it's been outstanding for us. We just hoping to come out here and see a really strong, fast game of footy, and we're getting that definitely.
Absolutely. Let's go down to one of the stars of the 1494 2AY Breakfast Show. It's Kylie King, brought to you this afternoon by the Newmarket Hotel. What'd you find out, Kylie?
Yeah, well, I went into the Saints huddle for that one, and the co-coaches were pretty clear in some of their disappointment in many ways. They said you have to play a finals brand of footy. Come on. You've got to stay in the contest, keep coming forward, maintain possession. And they said, look, if we are honest with ourselves, we're just not going in hard enough. The Corowa-Rutherglen boys, they've been hard at the ball, probably 5 times harder than us. So very clear message about going in harder, maintaining possession and just being smart.
Yeah, great work, Kylie King. Thanks to the Newmarket Hotel. Freaky?
Yeah, if we go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Poolworld and the other games in the Ovens and Murray at the moment, Wayne Garratta up by 8 points, 20-12 in the game against Yarrawonga. Wodonga Bulldogs out to an early lead, 35-4 over North Albury. Albury Tigers out to an early lead against Wayne Garratta Rovers, 21-9. In the big game, the Myrtleford people will be keeping an eye on. Lavington out to a 13-point lead against the Raiders, 26-13.
Yeah, Mitchie, your thoughts on the first term?
Oh, I think Corowa were far better, and obviously Kylie summed it up beautifully. They're harder at the ball too, but they just got their run and carry game going, and with not too much pressure on it, just sliced the Saints open.
Second turn brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Here we go. John Ford Oval, back in action. Goodwin brought down. Callum Crisp out the back to Sam Martin. And then Martin quickly on the boot and finds Riley Sharp at true centre-half forward. What can they do from here, the Saints? Joe Hansen and Warnock. Beautiful from Nick Warnock. Oh, that was great play. True one-on-one contest with Joe Hansen, and Nick Warnock has been too strong, Brad Freak.
Well, we just have to keep an eye on Sam Martin in the middle there. When big Tommy Goodwin went to go, he had a quick kick out of the middle of the ground and accidentally kicked him in the stomach by the looks of things. He's in a bit of trouble there at the moment.
Nick Warnock's going to go for the hook kick.
That's very strange.
Here, Chris, he's only about 25 out.
And he's missed it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, what are your thoughts here?
Oh, I just don't get it at all. No. Why wouldn't you just go back and kick a drop punt? You're straight in front of the goals, and this side desperately needs one. If you're going to kick it like that, you need to kick the goals. So big let off there for the Roos, but great start there. Obviously, Martin got the clearance, and Brady and Riley Sharp further up the ground a little bit. We know he's got good hands as well, but the Saints need to make the most of these chances.
Well, that's a man with just no confidence in his set shot drop punt, Freaky.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd think in right and directly in front, you'd be taking the drop punt there every day of the week.
Yeah, so interesting. Shield, listen to the crowd, would you? Oh, this is fantastic footy on O&M Live this afternoon. Curtis on the boot, sends it forward, rush kick. Over the top, Joe Hansen, big defensive fist. Jared Lane trying his heart out for his team today. Damien Wilson. And then, this is a great contest. Waite goes in. He's wrapped up by a couple of Roos. And again, will have another stoppage.
The pressure has lifted, hasn't it? You can sense Myrtleford know that this is the time that they need to turn the screws and make the most of these chances. 90
seconds gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. And the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard reads the Roos 32, the Saints 16. Second turn brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. It's G tight around this ball. Wait, Jared Lane's got him again. And the umpire, the man in green, will send it into the Corowa. Oh, thought Goodwin got taken off that ball. Quick kick going forward. Riccardi in his 100th game. And that was too easy, Chris Mitchell, up against Saunders.
It was a great kick there by Simon Curtis, who's got a couple of key clearances here, but he just, all that experience, 100 games obviously today, Brodie Riccardi already kicked a goal, but he just nudged Melksham under the ball to take an easy mark on the chest straight in front of goal.
Looks like Simon Curtis has moved into more midfield role, which is a good move for the Saints.
Here goes Brodie, looking at his second as he steered it through his mist to the near side. Okay, so Riley Sharp missing a couple of gettable goals in the opening term, and Brodie's missed it. Well, a very gettable goal there. Joe Hansen in the full-back position, went for a bounce and a couple, and then he has buggered it up. He's lost the handle on it, Buka, and that was a funny old kick. Well, that was a pretty patchy footy from both teams. Joe Hansen has gone for a couple of bounces, coming out of full-back, buggered it up, lost the handle on it. Buka, crazy old kick for goal, and he's kicked a double, Brad Freak. Mitchie, that was a pretty funny footy.
Yeah, no, just a comedy of errors there, really, by Joey. He's probably doing the right thing, the message that's been preached all year and today as well, taking the game on, but just hit the point of the ball, and that's what the footy can do funny things, Chris.
Lukey summed it up beautifully. It was a bit of a comedy of errors and a funny, funky goal there by the Saints. But, yeah, they've got the most of the chances at the moment. They need to turn the screws when they've got the ball in their 50.
Yeah, goodness. Kylie, what do you think of that footy there for the Newmarket?
Oh, I closed my ears because I'm not far from Peter German's box.
Very good. Back in the centre. So, another contest. Ball at ground level. Callum Chris got it to Aylett. Short ball taken off by Damien Wilson. Gee, they're going in now. As Chris Mitchell said, this game has clicked up a notch. And, well, the Saints, it has come down to this. They just got to win. Non-negotiable. No tomorrow. If they don't get up this afternoon, Curtis, wheeling hand pass. But Darcy Melksham has picked it up for the Roos, and away goes Darcy and fires it down forward inside 50, and chipping in nicely was Charlie Crisp. He's taken a defensive mark.
Nice size, isn't he, for a key position player, Charlie Crisp? Obviously cousin of Callum and Jack Crisp.
That's it. And then switches it to Dustin. On to Aylett. Aylett, nice ball, was it? No. Punched away defensively.
Seymour, I think, got a finger in there and just prevented Malachi Owers from taking a mark on the wing.
Good closing down speed there to form the contest there for the Roos.
Yeah, Jamie Seymour coming in at the right time. Ball held back into play by the boundary umpire. Callum Chris on to Sam Martin, heading towards the boundary line. I reckon he might have nearly wanted it, Chris Mitchell. Not much ahead of him.
It just wasn't a great position for a left footer, and he just threw it on the boot trying to get as far as he can, and not a bad result. But the Roos have got pretty good numbers around this footy, so interesting to see if they take it away.
Chris brought to you by McRae Motors this afternoon. Martin, left foot, Buka is taking the mark. He played on to Riccardi. That seemed odd. Anyway, it's going the way of the sun. Warnock is taking a ripper. One-handed against Cushit. Chris Mitchell, that was fantastic football, almost Gary Ablett Senior style.
Well, it was nearly a comedy of errors again because Booker took a great mark and handballed it really quickly. His teammate was barely expecting it, but chucked it on the boot. And how about the mitts? Just one hand, freaky. Just a beautiful mark there by Warnock.
Plenty of grip. Looks like he's learned from his last mistake. Going to go with the drop honey from a tighter angle, might I say.
Can't afford to miss more goals than they do.
Gosh.
He's missed it.
His run-up has never convinced me that he's going to kick the goals. You just don't know. The other week against Wodonga, he had the same sort of really lackadaisy run-up.
Yeah.
No momentum going through the kick, and he's missed the shot.
Yeah, so moments ago, we saw Nick have a hook shot from about 25 out directly in front. He's gone with a drop punt on that occasion, 45-degree angle again, probably about 25 out, and he's missed it. So it's in his head.
I think you totally hit the nail on the head. It's all mental.
Wilson.
Seymour's come to the bench. Frankie, can you talk us through that one?
Yeah, well, Cam Wilson had the ball and you thought he had a bloke just to the left of him on the boundary side, but the other fella went off the ground. Just wasn't there.
Freaky, brought to you by 40 Winks this afternoon. How the inside 50s, early stages, second term, Freaky?
Yeah, we're right in favour of Myrtleford at this moment, Lukey. 3-1 in favour of the Saints.
Second term brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Curtis, and then on to Maraca. Maraca sends it forward. Charlie Crispo, well done at the back by Shield. Just did enough to spoil it. Shield goes again. I turn it over. White grabbed it. And then left foot snap. And it's come to this side, and it is 1- score. So 32 plays 26 on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard, Brad Freak.
Yeah, 4 touches to Simon Curtis in this second quarter as well. It looks like he's moved into that midfield role now, and he's going to be taking the game on. I think it's a really smart move by the Saints to get their best ball winners and best ball users in and around the footy in a game that they have to win.
Very good. And then Ayres tried to send it to the middle of the ground. Filippotti overran it. Saunders had a great first turn, brought to ground. He's gone here.
Yeah, he's gone out. Well called, Lukey. Looked like he headbutted the turf too, but he's come up all right. And the Saints are going to pump one back into the 50.
They are, and they go through Aylett. Forward entry turned over directly. Matt Wilson's taken the mark. What are your thoughts of the second term early stages here, Chris Mitchell? We're up to about the 8-minute mark for Aubrey GJ Gardner-Holmes' time.
It's a good question. It's really playing on Myrtleford's terms at the moment, but they need to make the most of these opportunities. The inside 50s, Freaky, you'll be able to tell us in a second, but they're absolutely dominating this second term.
Yeah, they are 5-1 in favour of the Alpine Saints at the moment, but 1 goal 3 so far in this second quarter.
So the Saints want to drive it forward again. Rolling ball inside 50. Wait, one way, back the other. Try to get around Shield and then fires it in. Over the top, Matt Wilson got hands to it, dropped it. Saunders, oh gee, look at them going in now. Owers brought to ground. This is fantastic to watch.
Oh, gosh, I don't know about that.
Was there any prior opportunity there, Chris Mitchell?
Yeah, no, and the Saints bench didn't think so either, with some expletives going there. But yeah, I don't mind some of those free kicks being paid, but I don't think that one was there.
Yeah, no, that's it. And we've got a Roo hobbling away from the contest. Yeah, he's in trouble, Freaky. He looks like he slightly rolled an ankle.
Yeah, he looked like he's a bit of trouble on the ground for a little bit. Just got up and hobbled away. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's in a good way at the moment.
Wilson tried to get it to Melksham. Pressure was good from the Saints. Riccardi has a ping of his sticks. Another behind. Okay, so they're adding up now.
11 scoring shots to 6.
Yes, on the CMB
Truck and Bus scoreboard. So dominating, but not leading on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they need a major, the Saints, because this is deflating all these points, Brad Freak, thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, 1 goal 5 in this second quarter already, in under 10 minutes of footy too. So it could be a vastly different story if they're able to kick straight. But I think they'd be happy with the amount of ball that they're getting in the forward half. You think in a matter of time before they'll be able to kick it over and convert those points into goals.
Yep. Yeah, they've just got to crack it. Let's go back down to Kylie King, thanks to the Newmarket Hotel. What's the latest down there, Kylie?
Look, just keeping an eye on Mark Lavis for the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos. He was down for quite a while the action was up at the Saints forward line. He's got up and he seems to be moving okay, but maybe just winded, but just someone that I've been keeping an eye on.
Rightio, ball out of bounds, so let's go around the ground. So Mr Stowes Pulwell.
4 points between Wangaratta and Yarrawonga, 22-18. Wodonga getting too good for North Albury, 35-7. Albury out to a lead against Rovers, 27-9. And in the other game, Lavington 32-14 over the Raiders.
Dustin sent the ball towards the scoreboard end, goal square, rolling ball, and then Waite picked it up. Buka's ended up with it, another behind.
Just couldn't get any angle on that one, Buka, but yeah, it was a good hand pass there by Dolney to find a teammate in a better position. But the Saints need to just, you know, I've lost for words a little bit because they're making more composure is the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Lukey.
Yeah, on the sticks to the southern end, so they just got to finish off. Peppering.
Getting enough chances, aren't they? But maybe rushing those shots a little bit.
That's it. Rightio. So Joe Hansen, fullback position. What will the Roos do here? How will they work it out? And he goes with a long one, Joe. He said, bugger this, let's just send it forward. And Tom Goodwin's done well to mark it. So on the half-forward flank, half-back flank, I should say, for Corowa-Rutherglen, as he tries to angle inboard. Nice. So the Roos have it through Lavis, and he went inboard, and then back to Lavis, and then Lavis goes with the long one. This is good. Forward entry, Caelan Brakey caught at the back. Brady Sharp had front position. And then
I reckon that's a free
Galloping
kick
in the
too.
back
Yeah,
is
looked
there.
like he sort of dumped him a little bit, maybe Maraca, but he's going to be a free kick directly in front of goal. Is it Saunders?
Bailey Pernack, yeah. Yep, so Bailey Pernack has caught one in the back, so they moved it quickly to the outer side. Goodwin, and then along the wing and into Bailey Pernack. CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard reads Corowa 32, the Saints 27. We've almost gone 12 minutes here on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock.
This would really hurt Myrtleford too, wouldn't it? All those chances, and Corowa will go up the other end with that one chance and kick a goal.
Bailey loads up. He's pushed that to the right. Has he? No. It's got the legs. It's a goal.
Boomerang came back. It never looked like it, did it?
No, I didn't think so.
I was watching Bailey. He kicked it. He looked like he was a bit dejected, and then all of a sudden it came back in.
Well, there you go. Fooled us all. It wouldn't have fooled Kylie King, though. I reckon she would have thought it was a goal from the start when it left the boot. What do you reckon, Kylie, for the Newmarket?
Surely the breeze. Was it the breeze that pushed it? And
Tornado.
just an update on Mark Lavis. You're right. That little observation I had earlier, he's come off. He's pointing at his left hip and he's getting attention from the trainers.
Beautiful. Freaky for 40 weeks.
Yeah, just to be able to take advantage there, Corowa. 8 inside 50s to 2. 1 goal, 6 for Myrtleford to 1 goal straight for Corowa in this quarter. So just want to take those opportunities. But as
7 scoring shots to 1.
Yeah, for 8 inside 50s. So they've been really effective when they've been able to go in forward 50. Myrtleford just haven't been able to put it in front of in the big sticks.
Yeah, will it come back to haunt them? That's the question. Barrett in the middle of the ground, wheels around, wanted to get onto that left foot and did so. Low ball towards Nastasi, did well to keep control of the ball in front of him. And then lays it off to Shield. Shield on the boot, sends it down to the half-forward flank, very wide in front of Cam Wilson. And the ball has gone out of bounds. So we'll get a boundary throw in here. And, well, as we said, Corowa leading 38-27. The prize, if you've tuned in, on 14.94 2AY, if the Saints win this game, they play finals. Lose, no tomorrow. They're gone. All over for the year. Freaky?
On the 40-wing stat sheet, Sam Martin's one that's been really, really good for Myrtleford. He's up to 5 disposals in this second quarter, and Simon Curtis is up to 4. Joe Hansen, the captain in the back half, looking Corowa, is up to 4 disposals as well.
Very good. And Curtis did well just to shift his opponent off the ball. Alert. Very wide and short to Maraca. Yeah, that's right, Chris Mitchell. Didn't need a trundle wheel to work out. That didn't go far enough. And then ball out of bounds here. Just left of the interchange gates at John Ford Oval. What's the atmosphere like down there, Kylie, for the Newmarket Hotel?
Yeah, certainly at the start of that quarter, everyone was up and about. I think they were enjoying the increased intensity of the game.
Absolutely. Burn for the Saints. Dustin, Martin weaving his way through. Curtis chimed in at the right time. They send it forward over the top of Warnock. And now Dolney had to fight for it out the back. Waite has run onto it. Murray's kicked a beauty.
Right place, the right time, wasn't it?
That's exactly what they needed, wasn't it, Chris Mitchell?
Yeah, sure it was, and great work by Simon Curtis to get that quick kick away, and he's been probably their best player, I reckon, this second quarter to keep them in the game, Freaky.
I think it's been a really good move for to get Simon Curtis in and around the ball. As Kylie touched on it at quarter time, Dawson and Jake, the coaches, said they need to be playing finals footy. He obviously has a lot of finals experience.
Premiership coach.
Yeah, at Lavington, so he knows what it takes to get it done. He's really stepping up for Myrtleford here at the moment. He's up to 15 disposals in this game already, only halfway through the second term.
14.94 2AY and O&M Live. Second term brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. CMV Trucker Bus scoreboard sees the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos leading by, well, what is it, 5 points? Yep, 38-33. So the Saints finally finish off Robinson out of the middle. Look at that high ball forward towards the Bridge Road end. Ball bounces. Filipponi was at the front. Goodwin fighting away with it.
It's a big tackle to bring big Tommy Goodwin down to ground like that.
That's it. He brought Charlie Chris with him, grabbed him around the head. Quite entertaining to watch. And that's why, he just had him in a headlock. That was quite funny, actually. And the Saints go out wide to the half-back flank.
There's plenty of room. There's Roos all at sea here with their matchups.
Yeah, and as we said, expected top of 19 degrees, and yeah, you'd think some of these boys will start to feel it as the game goes on. Riccardi wheels and goes. And then, well, just got pressured on his kick, but got it away to Martin. Martin doesn't waste any time. Low ball inside, beautiful.
Delivery, isn't it?
Finding weight. So he kicked a goal moments ago, and Murray has a chance on another to the scoreboard end. Chris Mitchell, nice footy there from the Saints.
It was a bit bruise-free footy, wasn't it? Because Corowa, obviously, as we mentioned before, they didn't get their matchups right. There's plenty of room in the ground for Myrtleford to wheel and go and just to open up there beautifully for weight.
Yeah, let's see what Murray can do. Freaky, will he kick this one?
I hope if you're a Myrtleford supporter, he will.
That's it. And he's got it all right. He points to someone in the crowd. I reckon it might have been a few Roos supporters giving him some advice down there. He's got it. So Murray gets another. And on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, we'll go to that shortly. Firstly, Brad Freak for 40 weeks.
Yeah, which we touched on before. It feels like the dam wall might be just about to burst in favour of Myrtleford. 10 inside 50s to 2 on the 40-week stat sheet in this quarter. It's been well led by Sam Martin and Simon Curtis, who we keep touching on the middle of the ground. Sam Martin, he's up to 7 disposals in this term, and Simon Curtis has had 6. So they're really big balls in the midfield are getting the job done for him at the moment. And they keep getting this ball inside 50. It's just a matter of time before they start putting him through the big sticks.
Yeah, so the Saints hit the front, 5-9-39. Takora was 6-2-38 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Aubrey G.J. Gardner Holmes time clock has nearly gone 18 minutes here in the second term as we work up towards half-time. Well, Chris Mitchell caught it from McRae Motors. He was saying how some of the Roos were walking in that last play just prior to Murray Waite kicking the goal. The ball movement was
and
too
that's going to be
easy.
their challenge too as the game progresses and Myrtleford get closer.
Riley Sharp goes forward, bouncing ball. Hatton's going to get back there, ball out of bounds. And again, we'll have another boundary throw-in. How are those inside 50s looking now, Freaky, on the 40-week stats?
Yeah, 11 to Myrtleford, 2 to Corowa in this quarter. You just see there that little play there. They're just starting to get, as Chriso said, just starting to get on top and cover the ground a little bit better than Corowa at the moment.
That's it. Boundary umpire pitchforks the ball back into play. Goodwin, Warnock. Goodwin got rid of Warnock. And then Cam Wilson, Waite, Owers, caught one high, got brought to ground. Yep. And he's gonna get the kick.
Difficult position, but he wants to go back and have a shot. But yeah, I'd be trying to find a teammate in a better position. He's right on the boundary and about 35 metres out. So
yeah, he's setting up to run around. Yeah.
So this is a better area to run around than what Warnock was earlier.
Malachi Owers in the 12 Guernsey for the Tricolours. Well, he didn't strike it well at all. Looks like he hit the belly of the ball. And then Aylett, and then Joe Hansen. In fact, that was Hatton, just a high up and under. Dustin sits under. Great mark.
He's been really good this term as well, really lifted as has Curtis.
That was a fantastic clutch of the footy. High in the air, had to sit under it for half an hour. And now, well, he's just down in front of our broadcast position, Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors. He'd have to latch onto it. This would be an absolute Sunjan goal of the day if he were to kick it.
Right behind it, aren't we? But he's going to kick from about 52 metres. So, yeah, it might fall short, but he's got a big leg on him too, Matty Dustin.
Athlete, this guy. He gets onto it. I tell you what, he has absolutely nailed it. And that's one of the better goals I've seen in the O&M this year. That was an absolute ripper. An absolute Sunjan goal of the day, Brad Freak and Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice little bit of left to right there, Chris. So if you're outswinging a cricket, you'd be happy with that one. Just took the time. Beautiful mark
Big
as well.
full forward from Geelong does the same thing. I don't know if you know his name, Freaky, but he'll be doing the same thing next weekend against the Pies. But yeah, great to see you. Matty Dustin's mum, Mary, is on the bench there for the Saints, and she was very excited for that one. Right at home.
Who's the big full forward? Should I be watching for someone?
Oh, you'll find out next week.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go down to Kylie King boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Gee, great strike of the footy there, Kylie.
Oh, it was brilliant. Obviously, a few changes for Corowa. Matty Wilson, one of the ones that the coach demanded get off.
Okay. Buka breaking away from the middle. Had a bounce, put it on the boot. Low kick. Oh, Shield just got his hand to it. Touched. And has gone through from one minor score. Well, Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak said the dam wall just felt as if it was about to bust. And, well, they're applying the pressure now, the Saints, in this term. There's no doubt about that, Brad Freak.
Yeah, absolutely. Just think at the moment the Roos might need to take a little bit of sting out of the game. It just seems like they're getting into the style that Myrtleford want to be playing. Just keep the game going. I think as much as Corowa likes to play that attacking style, think for the next 10 minutes, until half-time, they just need to consolidate a little bit and just take a bit of the spice out of the game.
Get a few more numbers behind the ball, do you think? But it's the midfield where they're getting beaten around, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
The clearances.
Just the players like Martin and Curtis are just getting on top of it in the moment for the Saints.
Second turn brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. And again, ball wrapped up and we'll have another contest. Dustin coming to the bench, Simon Curtis coming back on. And a few changes. Callum Chris, Maraca, Aylett on the boot, smothered beautifully by Cam Wilson. Geez, a bulldog. And then Curtis turns around left foot, hurry, kick inside 50, Booker at the front.
Free kick, I think, yeah, held him around the tummy.
Geez, dangerous Booker, isn't he? He only needs half an opportunity, Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors, and he can really hurt you.
Yeah, they're really missing Declan Bren today, but he's sort of stepped up, Booker, and taken that role. I think Bren kicked about 4 goals last time these two played, but yeah, Booker's filling that position today.
It's been the best game I've seen Booker play.
Yeah.
He's been really lively. Obviously, in that last play, they almost kicked a goal coming out of the middle of the ground as well. He's been really, really strong for the Saints so far.
Yeah, he's a headache at the moment, this guy for the Roos. Booker, just a real nuisance. So when he comes, he loads up. We might see another ripper here at John Ford Oval. We have. That is a ripper for Booker. 3. He's kicked now. And I tell you what, Riley, that was an absolute gem, Chris Mitchell. As we go to you for McRae Motors.
Yeah, it sure was, and that's a very similar position to Matty Dustin, a little bit closer to goal, but great kick there by Booker, who's caused all sorts of headaches across half forward, and yeah, really hard matchup for the Roos at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. As we go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes Pool World, Yarrawonga have kicked away and got a lead against Wangaratta out there, 43-28. Wodonga out to a lead against North Albury, 49-25. Albury still ahead of Rovers, 27-18. And Lavington out to a 14-point lead against the Raiders.
Saints again out of the middle. Riley Sharp dropped the ball. And then Joe Hansen is going to mop up back there for the Roos. They just need it down their end, as simple as that. It's been a tough quarter for the Roos. And now the ball on the outer side with Riccardi. So he'll get the pill. And he looks like he's going to thump it back in again. So the Roos defence again under pressure. They're having to work overtime in this quarter. There's no doubt about that. Ball at ground level. Owers goes in. Try to get it off to Byrne. And then wrapped up to be Saunders. And again, we'll have another contest. Kylie, gee, the Saints crowd are really lifting down there for the Newmarket Hotel.
They are, and obviously the Roos that behind the goal end that the Saints are kicking into, they're doing their best to put them off, but no, ain't working.
That's it. Freaky on the 40-wing stats.
Yeah, just to touch on just how lopsided this quarter has been. It's 15 inside 50s to 2 for the quarter.
Wow.
So the ball has, obviously Dawson Simpson and Jake Sharp asked for a lift at quarter time, and Myrtleford has definitely delivered in this second term.
Well, in the meantime, Nick Warnock has been awarded the footy. He's going to have a shot from 35 out, scoreboard end, 45-degree angle. His kicking today has been ordinary, and there's another one.
That was his worst kick so far.
Yeah, he's had 3 shots on the sticks, all gettable, and that one has snuck through for one behind the scoreboard end. He's not having a good day in front of the post, is he?
No, just...
Corowa-Rutherglen, Roos 6-2-38. And the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock has gone almost 26 minutes. As Saunders burns away as he kicked a goal. No to the Bridge Road end. Roos go again. O'Shea is back there.
Like a goalkeeper, Mark Schwarzer type.
And he did.
Saved a certain goal there, did Riley Sharp.
Gee, Lavis isn't happy.
Riley O'Shea.
Lavis really laying into Riccardi there, Chris Mitchell. And then Aylett, short, and deep to the back pocket, to O'Shea, and then back to Aylett.
Would have been a quick response there by the Roos and kept them in this game. But, yeah, they're certainly not done, but they just need to get some momentum going and start winning those midfield battles.
Well, we saw in the first quarter they can kick goals fairly quickly. They just haven't got any momentum in the game at all at the moment.
Riccardi, well, he's really lifted in this second term into the middle. And the Saints here really building on something. And then brought to ground. Oh, gee, it was Wallace for the Saints, and I think he's been fortunate to receive a free kick, as he, Chris Mitchell, from McRae Motors.
He knew he was going to get run down by Bradkey, and that was clever enough to just do a little dinky hand pass to himself. Got grabbed without the footy, and he's going to have a free kick nearly in the centre square.
Yeah, so he gets at a Jared, and then he thumps one in. Gee, that's a nice kick to the advantage of Buka. Oh, beautiful delivery. And Riley's taken another one. We're just mentioning moments ago.
Sticky mitts.
Yeah, how dangerous this man has been. And the Roos are having trouble containing him, Brad Freak.
Really been the best player on the ground for mine, I reckon. Obviously, he's just really breaking the game open. When they needed a lift in their forward half, the Saints, they got it from him, lining up for his 4th goal in the first half. So, outstanding work by Riley.
And you wouldn't think the Roos had put too much work into him. He's not a household name by any stretch. You'd think Warnocks and Sharps would be getting most of the attention.
So that's it. Brad Freak, as he said, lining up for 4 here. Riley's got another one. I tell you what, those purple wheels are working for him. He is tearing this game apart. Is Riley Buka. 4 in the first half. And, well, right on top of the long break. Brad Freak, he's just smoking it.
Yeah, he absolutely is. He's been outstanding across. As we said, they needed a bit of a spark. They needed someone to light it up for him. Obviously, they kicked all the behinds at the start of the quarter, and he was the first one to kick a goal for him in this term to settle him down a little bit, and he's been able to run on from that and kick 3 more goals in this quarter as well. So, been outstanding from him.
Brad Freak doing some of his best work for 40 Winks. Chris Mitchell, brought to you by McRae Motors and Kylie King boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel.
It's like I'm watching a whole different couple of teams playing in this quarter. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's it, Kylie. Spot on. Ball down to the half-forward flank again for the Saints. And then, well, they try to keep it in. Owers just keeps the ball moving. Ball out of bounds just under the scoreboard. And we're going to have another boundary throw in. 66 plays 39. The Saints up on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Almost 29 minutes gone. Got to mention, too, it's the running of the Memsey Stakes today at Caulfield in Melbourne. What a race that's going to be. The $1 million Group 1 event. That'll be an absolute gem as we lead into the Spring Carnival. Half-time here at John Ford Oval. Freaky, as we go to you quickly.
Yeah, in that second quarter, just complete domination from Myrtleford. 18 inside 50s to 3. There was 16 scoring shots in that second quarter alone by the Saints. Complete domination, and they turned a 17-point deficit at quarter time into a 21-point lead. At half time.
Yep, there you go. And on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard, it is the Saints 9-12-66, leading the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos 6-3-39. And the second turn brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. The halftime show for Elders Rural is coming up very shortly on 1494 2AY. Kylie King, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis are at John Ford Oval. The Roos and the Saints. How's this one going to pan out on O&M Live? This is O&M Live. And remember, right here, you won't miss a thing.
GoTave is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTave is the place for you.
GoTave is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
Why?
This is the Elders Rural halftime break. We are at the John Ford Oval for the big round 18 final round clash between Corowa-Rutherglen and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. And it has been a massive turnaround in the second quarter for the Saints. Trailed by 19 points at quarter time, they are in front by 27 points. That's a 46-point turnaround. Brad Freak, what has gone on?
Yeah, the Saints were outstanding in that second quarter there, weren't they, Chris? They just took all their opportunities, ended up having 15 scoring shots from 18 inside 50s in that second term alone. It was just a landslide. We touched on early on how the Myrtleford Saints weren't taking their chances, but then they were absolutely stormed home later in that quarter. And, put it right on. Led really, really well by Riley Bucher in the forward half. Obviously, as you touched on, probably a lesser name that the Brews wouldn't have thought about today, but 4 goals in the first half has been simply outstanding.
Well, our very own Kylie King might be going down to him for the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Was certainly in contention at halftime, that's for sure. So if we go to the Optus quarter's best, Freaky, we did struggle to pick the best for the quarter for the Roos.
Yeah, the Roos obviously got smashed all over the ground in that quarter there. Obviously, Keelan Bradke, for one's been really good for him in the whole game as well. But again, as we touched on, it's been all about the Saints. Could picked a number of boys for the Saints and for the Optus quarter's best. Obviously, Riley Bucher, Simon Curtis.
3 goals for the quarter.
3 goals for the quarter is simply outstanding. He used his leg speed really well. Simon Curtis had 8 disposals in the second quarter. Sam Martin had 8. Both Sam Martin and Simon Curtis on the 40-week stat sheet are up to 17 disposals at halftime each. So it's been really, really good response, as Kylie touched on at the boundary, that Jake Sharp and Dawson Simpson were looking for a response, and boy, oh boy, they definitely got it, Chriso.
Yeah, as Kylie also touched on, it was a game of 2 quarters, wasn't it? So it was, if you just rocked up to the ground, you would have thought it was 2 different teams running around in the second term. Corowa had all the momentum in the play in the first quarter, and Myrtleford turned it around in the second.
Yeah, they certainly did. They just looked like they made a few little changes. Obviously, we saw in the first quarter Simon Curtis was playing in more of the back half. But they got him in the midfield, which I think is the right move. I think that's where when you need to win the game, you need your best ball winners and your best users around the ball. And they moved him into the middle. Him and Sam Martin, as we touched on through the middle, simply outstanding. They used the ball, nice, really contested possessions in there, got the ball moving in their direction, and set up what was a really, really good quarter from the Saints.
I'll get you to have a look at the around the grounds for Mr. Stove's Pool World, but the result obviously is simple for Myrtleford. Must win today to force their way into the top 5, but plenty of other results hinging on this one as well. So obviously we've got the Albury Rovers game is probably the other big talking point of this final round in the O&M.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. It looks like a pretty close game at the Albury Sports Ground at the moment. It'd be around about half-time, 36-34 there. In the other big game, in the first versus second, obviously we touched on Wangaratta were behind Yarrawonga, but the Magpies have stormed back with a 9-point lead at half-time.
So Wangaratta turned it around again to get in front. What a seesawing game.
Yeah, they certainly did there. Obviously up to 53-44, 53-44 at half-time there. A 9-point lead to the Magpies. At the Button Park, the Dogs have been too strong for North Albury, 55-26. And in the other game, the big important game between Lavey and Raiders, the Raiders looking like they're putting up a really good fight there at the moment. Lavey lead by 17 points. 49-32. So looks like Lavey isn't getting what they need to get done. So I think the Saints, unless they were to lose this game, which you wouldn't think so after that outstanding display in this second quarter, you think that they should be able to make the finals action.
That was my next question, Freaky. The ladder as it stands. Can you have a look at that? Obviously, it's come around to this final round, round 18 in the O&M to decide the top 5 between 3 teams vying for 2 positions. Myrtleford, if they lose, could have finished as far as down as 6th. Yep. If they win, they can finish as high as 4th. But Lavington really need to win, obviously, well to pip the Rovers percentage if Myrtleford keep winning. Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, all 3 sides are winning. So at the moment, the ladder would stay pretty simply as it stands. So there'd be no changes there as such. But you never know what might happen in the second half of some of these games. Obviously, the Rovers are probably the one now you'd look at. Myrtleford, I think, if they get the job done, obviously they have to win first and foremost to be able to save. But if they get the job done, they'll be fine, because Lavington at the moment don't look like they have the margin, as we touched on. I think for Rovers to drop behind them if they were to lose and Lavey wins about 130 points. So it's not going to happen. No, the Panthers are going to have a massive second half down over at Birrelea Park to be able to claw back into the top 5. Well, it's going to be interesting. All eyes are on this final round of O&M as the league couldn't have asked for a better finish to the season with such a tight finals race. Obviously, Wangaratta will finish on top and Yarrawonga won't really matter the result of that game, will it? No, absolutely. I think it'd just be more confidence for the Pigeons to take out of it. Obviously, beating them earlier in the year, but you could have said throughout that game that the Magpies got a little bit undermanned in that with losing a few players throughout the match. So the Magpies had a near full strength side in today as well. So if the Pigeons are able to walk away with the chocolates there, then it sets up a really interesting final series. I think for the whole season, we've all thought it's Wangaratta's by how much, but if Yarrawonga are able to beat them twice through the regular season, I think then that means it's going to be a really interesting final series when they hopefully come up against each other at some stage. And for the Albury Tigers fans, how is today panning out for them, and what are we expecting in the coming weeks? Yeah, obviously today they got out to a nice early lead against the Rovers, but the Rovers have just got their noses in front at half-time. Obviously they've lost a lot of experience out of their side the last couple of weeks, just through injury. Obviously it's Sean Daly's last game at the Albury Sports Ground, so they'd like to send him off in style and before they finish throughout the year as well. So the Albury Tigers at the moment, they're only a couple of points behind at half-time, being really, really strong by the looks of things in the first half. So they really continue that and try and get the 4 points in their last home game for the year. Like you said, great to see the Albury Tigers honouring 2 of their champions in Luke Packer today and Sean Daly. I think probably nearly over 10 premierships between them. I think Packer himself's got 7, so he's been an absolutely outstanding player and a big game performer was Luke Packer for the Tigers. So great to see him get his just desserts there in front of the Tigers faithful. If we go to our Ray White rural netball update as well, Freaky, what is happening in our round ball game? Yeah, a big result for Yarrawonga and a big game in the netball between them and Wangaratta Magpies. 21-goal victory to the Pigeons there, 60-39. Lavington have been too strong for Wodonga Raiders, 51-34 goals. Albury Tigers too strong for the Wangaratta Rovers, 41 goals to 29. Out here at the John Ford Oval, Corowa, it's way too strong for Myrtleford, 66-28. At North Albury, been able to get over the top of the Wodonga Bulldogs, 49-36 there in the A grade netball. Just having a look to see if the ladder has been updated. It hasn't been updated as yet,
but it looks like it should sit as it stands. I think Albury getting the victory in that game there against the Rovers clinches that 5th spot for them. So the top 5 should sit as it stands coming into the round for the netball.
So that was a big win for the Pigeons against the Magpies.
Yeah, the top of the table clash there, obviously a 2nd versus 4th there. So Pigeons been able to get that and consolidate into 2nd spot on the ladder there, coming into finals. So should be outstanding.
And before we go, we'll get you to quickly look at the Toolangatta League scores. And obviously in the Ovens and King, Reserves full-time Benalla All Blacks 15-10 have beaten Bright 10-7, and Panthers move through to the grand final.
Yeah, at quarter time, I've got the Hume League just here, Chris. So at quarter time in that game, it was Randwell-Bunbury up 27-12 in that, and I'm just chasing up the Toolangatta League final at the moment, which you can watch on the live stream at the moment. Looks like Beechworth out to a 25-point lead there, 28-3, halfway through the 2nd quarter.
All right, well, it's all here to play as September gets closer. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Rotate is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onwards, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
Get the job done. You're listening to
And your
O&M Live
muscle
on
life.
2AY.
Yes, Saturday afternoon, O&M action, and at half-time, the long break, it is a 26-point margin in favour of the Saints, and they will play finals football, and this trend continues. The Roos have got to try and wrestle back momentum and get the game back on their terms. Kylie King, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis with you. Freaky, Chris Mitchell, can the Roos get back into this game, or the Saints continue on their way?
I think the first 10 minutes of this third quarter will tell the story. If the Saints are able to keep on the same way, I think that, as we kept saying on before, the damn wall might really bust open because the Saints might need to get out. Then it'll be interesting for the Saints if they get into the last quarter and they might have a X amount of lead. Do they start taking off some of their better players to rest them for next week?
I don't think they're in that position just yet, but I think you've nailed it completely. We're going to know in the first 5 minutes, I reckon, how Corowa is going to go for the rest of this match. And it's going to be very interesting to see if they can start winning some more clearances and some ball out of the middle. They need their big names, Lane, I think Wilson, to start firing. Bradkey needs to get a little bit more separation and make the most. They haven't got heaps of, obviously, inside 50s, but they need to make the most of the ones they do get.
Well, it's the prime ball winners, as you touched on there, Chris, that really need to get going. The two Wilson brothers were really quiet in that first half. Damien only had the 7 disposals and Cam the 6, which is well under what they normally produce as well, and this out there for them. So they'll be looking for them to try and stand up. But as you say, it's be an interesting one. Obviously, one team with everything to play for, one just playing to get through the season. So it'll be, as you say, the first 5-10 minutes we'll know what's going to be going on, Luke, I reckon, in this second half.
And that's it, Freaky. Brad Freak brought to you by 40 Winks, Chris Mitchell by McRae Motors. And let's go down to Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. Kylie, you were telling us moments ago off air that you're running to Dawson Simpson.
Yeah, the Saints co-coach, I just said, what impressed you most about that second quarter, because it was quite the turnaround. He said, look, it was just the pressure and the desire for those hard ball gets, the tackles, and those repeat entries. They kept on coming. So, yeah, big smile on his face. They certainly paid attention after that quarter-time huddle, which is exactly what he said. We need to get harder at the ball, and they certainly lifted.
Kyle, I just ducked down the stairs out of the commentary box at half-time. I tell you what, it's the crowd's buzzing down there. I didn't realise there was this many people behind the stand.
Last chance, perhaps, to watch a game of footy for these guys. So, yeah, they've all come out in force.
That's it. Third turn brought to you by Agboss. Here we go. Dussin for the Saints. Out of the middle. Big handball towards Aylett. And also Damien Wilson going at it. Damien Wilson didn't have the ball, so he'll win it for the Roos. So what can they do? Brad Freak and Chris Mitchell saying the opening minutes of this term is so important to this football club on their home turf.
And two of the players we mentioned too, the Wilson brothers, have got their hands on the footy nice and early in this third term.
Damien Wilson tried to go to Robinson, didn't come off. Byrne picks it up for the Saints. He's tied up. And we will have a stoppage. 65 plays 39 on the Pia Bowen Homes scoreboard. Early stages, third turn. Damien Wilson prominent early. No, just short of Bradkey. Just didn't find him. Not enough on it. And then Brady Sharp with the long one. Out of the fence, right of centre wing, far side. Damien Wilson picks up the Sharon, puts it on the left boot, sends it down the line. No, Roos back there, bouncing out of bounds. And Riccardi, well, I think he was appealing for out in the full, was he? But the boundary umpire was well off the pace, and he's called it over the line as we go to Brad Freak for 40 Winks.
Yeah, we touched on Damien Wilson, already up to 3 disposals in this third quarter inside the first minute.
Riccardi on the boot, high kick towards the half-back flank. Good, strong contest there. Owers. Molokai moves it down the line. Beautiful kick to Nick Warnock, who certainly didn't have his kicking boots on in the first half. Just blew, well, I think it was 3 shots and goal. Then Waite sends it forward. Nice to Riley Sharp. Couldn't take it. Will he go off the ground? Picks it up. Now he gets it on the boot. And that is a goal to the Bridge Road end. And that is going to make it hard for the Roos now. Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors.
It was great transition footy. They went from one end to the other, didn't they? Starting with Riley Sharp in the back half there, and found his brother Riley at the other end. So yeah, just pretty bruise-free footy, pretty easy there, and long kicking and direct straight down the guts.
I like that play from the Saints though, to move the play up the ground, move the forwards and Sharp up the ground, and then use their speed going away. I think sometimes they get a little bit too stagnant and just try and be too methodical. Sometimes you just got to get the footy forward, get moving, and get blokes out the back like that. And a fairly simple goal out the back there for Riley Sharp. He's second for the day.
Kylie, much action boundary side, early stages, third term for the Newmarket?
No, but I do expect to. This heat has still got a lot of sting in it, so I think the boys will really be feeling it in not the not too distant future.
That's it. Third term brought to you by Ag Boss. Peter Bowen Home's scoreboard reads Myrtleford 71, Corowa-Rutherglen 39. And the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock is gone. 3.5 minutes here, third term. As well, Cam Wilson came off half back. Damien, in fact, on to Cam. And now Cameron ducks around and gets it up towards right of centre wing. And the Saints are back there. Riccardi trying to weave through traffic. Just puts it on the boot in favour of Owers. Owers running onto it. He's done some good things today. And now on the right boot, sends it for beautiful delivery to Riley Sharp. That was good footy. I'll tell you what, Chris Mitchell for the McRae Motors, that's how you want them coming in as a big forward.
Yeah, it was great. The ball was out the front of Owers to rail onto, and it was a great kick by him to put it out in the front of Sharp as well there, Riley. Pretty much said, this is where I'm going to kick the footy, Riley. You've got to get there. He took a nice chest mark.
He's done some nice things today, Owers.
Yeah, the small to medium forwards for Myrtleford have really impressed me. Riccardi, Buka has a great first half, and Owers there. They've been probably the difference in this game. Just been really lively for the Saints.
Yeah, Riley Sharp to the Bridge Road end. He's got a shot on the sticks. Man on the mark, about probably 20 out. And Riley, has he got it? He has, all right. The Saints get another. They get the first two of the second half. That's 3 for Riley Sharp. And it's going to be terribly hard for the Roos on their home turf now, Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, it certainly will be. The sting's sort of gone out of this game a little bit as the scoreboard for Peter Bowen Holmes gets more in favour of, obviously, Myrtleford 11-11, 77 to Corowa 6-3, 39. So it's going to be up to their leaders to try and wrestle back some momentum and trying to get something out of this game in Peter German's final one for the Roos.
Yeah, let's go to Freaky on the 40-wing stats. Freaky, what do you got for us?
Yeah, since quarter time, the inside 50s 21-4 in favour of Myrtleford, and you've been able to see that on the scoreboard as well. They've completely dominated this game since quarter time on and been the far superior side as they go inside 50 again.
Yeah, that is an outstanding stat. Nick Warnock try to get it on. Teammate and Wallace Shield doing his best for the Roos. Joe Hansen almost caught one in the back. The umpire said that was fine, permissible, and he will take the Sharon. So, handy crowd, as we said, in a John Ford Oval this afternoon. Round 18, the final one of the home and away season in the O&M. And at this stage, it looks like the Saints will play finals football. As it comes out the back to Maraca. Byrne, ducking and weaving. Nick Warnock, again a shot on the sticks. That one not far enough. And then Wilson. It was Damien, and Cameron tried to grab it. Barrett, he wheels out of the contest, sends it towards centre wing. Bradkin a one-on-one with Brady Sharp. Oh, Brady did well. Just tapped it on to Aylett and then found Callum Crisp. And then kicks it down to the advantage of Matt Dustin. He takes the mark on the half-forward flank, doesn't waste any time, pumps it in. Forward entry for the Saints. Sharp, too easy. Yeah, far too easy up against Cushert. He was good early on, Cushert, but... well, I think Riley's just starting to get on top now, Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors, and, well, the Saints, they're on their way now.
He's only playing in his 7th senior game, Cushert, and could be his final one for the Roos. What a champion the game's record holder has been for this footy club. But, yeah, the Saints obviously getting the ball in nice and quickly, nice and deep at the moment, and, yeah, Sharp is on the end of it.
Here he goes, Riley. Bridge Road end, strolls in. Strikes it nicely. That is good. Steers it straight through the big sticks. And that is 4 for him. He's got the quartet. Early stages, third term. And we'll go to the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. and tell you how much time's ticked away. Firstly, we'll go to Kylie King for the Newmarket Hotel. Down to you, Kylie.
Yeah, I just get a sense that the Roos were handballing too much there. They really needed to get a kick away and get it out of defence. But, yeah, and sloppy turnovers. You know, we didn't see that in the first quarter. That transition was just so sleek, even when you see some of their good players like Damien Wilson just making errors. So, yeah, it's certainly a different side that we're seeing in this third quarter, unfortunately, for the Roos.
Almost 7 minutes gone, or right on it now. And on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard, the Saints 83 lead Corowa 39. Brad Freak, as we go around the grounds here, thanks to Mr. Stowe's Pool World.
Yeah, in the other games at the moment, the Ovens and Murray, just refresh that one. Wangaratta up by 9 points against Yarrawonga. I'll go back to you, Lukey.
Yeah, we'll come back very shortly. Attacking 50 again for the Saints. Byrne just picks it up. Short kick, looking for Owen's got him.
It's going to get ugly, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Chris Mitchell. You can feel it now. And it's got away on the Roos. And it's very important for their footy club that they just hold pride for the remainder of the game. Chris, so they've really got to run through the finish line, don't they?
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Lukey, and take something into next year. They're not going to win this one, but yeah, they don't want to get blown out of the water by something that might resemble three figures, but because they've had a pretty good season, and obviously we said probably a pass mark already. So yeah, they wouldn't want to finish on a sour note. Obviously, German's last game as well.
That's it. Malachi Owers kicks another major to the Bridge Road end. Tell you what, he's playing a game today. He's been very good. As we go around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Freaky, what's the story?
Yeah, Wangaratta up by 9 points against Yarrawonga, 53-44. Wodonga Bulldogs too good for North Albury, 79-26. 2 points still the margin between Rovers and Albury in Rovers' favour. And Lavington out by 12 goals to Wodonga Raiders. We touched on Chriso coming back from half-time. The first 5 to 10 minutes, it's be the dip. We know how this game's going. 8.5 minutes gone in this second quarter and already 4 goals to Myrtleford.
Yeah, it's game over. Would you start resting a few players, Freaky, if you're Myrtleford?
You'd have to start. Once it's out in completely done, I think you'd have to come into your thinking.
Nick Warnock, edge of the 50 for the Saints, and they send it in again, and then chipping in nicely was Shield. Did well to cut off the lead. And then across to the top of the goal square, Jared Lane, defensive 50, Bridge Road end, send it wide. So this is with Bailey Pernack. And, well, they want to come back so they can see ground again, so they're not gaining much field position here, the Roos.
Haven't really got anybody out this way either, too. A nice kick up the middle of the ground there.
Yeah, certainly was. That opens it up.
You just wonder what Peter German can do from here, too. Does he try and swing the matchups in his final game? Does he try and put maybe Bradkey on ball or Jared Lane forward, or just try something different to see what you can get in this second half?
Curtis picks it up off ground level, inside to Del Bosco. Right of centre wing, the Saints. Far side. And then chips towards Callum Chris. That was nice delivery. Back to Simon Curtis, just trying to get some run from behind. And then on to Riley Sharp. Good. Simon Curtis with beautiful delivery there. And then Sharp turns around. Oh, too tall. That one for Byrne. Jared Lane gets back. Has to work. Robinson. Shilgert was on to Ayres and out to Barrett. Now, well, that was Paul. O'Shea, the only one back there for the Saints. To Owers, over the top. Aylett has to go, and he did. Then right foot, sending it forward. Nick Warnock. That hit the ground. No, he took it, the umpire said. Edge of the 50.
Great play there by Kurt Aylett to get rid of a couple of opponents to send the ball into the 50 for the Saints.
And Nick tried to hit Riley Sharp in the goal square. Bounced off his chest. Jared Lane trying his guts out today for the Roos. And again, it's held up in the goal square. So here we go again. Stop it. Sharp snaffled it. Jared Lane, here's that man.
Been busy, hasn't he, Jared Lane?
Certainly has.
Certainly in the back half as well. The ball's spending a lot of time there.
Hasn't he, White? And then Pernag, he grabs it. Out the back to Shield. Roos, well, this is ugly, but repelling at the moment. Filipponi. Jared Lane, now he goes again with a long one outside 50. I think they just had to do that. And he's found Matt Wilson. Well done. Fortuitously, then off to Saunders, and they go wide to Lavis, and Lavis puts it on the boot up towards the half-forward flank. Well, Brady Sharp just got a body on Kalen. Brakian pushed him out of it. Aylett, Saints with it, and then circles back and kicks it to the outer side. Roach has got to go. Lavis did well. Saints have got it. Wallace is wrapped up. Umpire's going to have it as we go to you, Freaky. What's the latest, mate, on the water stat, on the 40-wing stats?
Yeah, Jared Lane up to 5 disposals in this third quarter. You see the forward pressure there by Corowa was still at a really high level, but they just haven't had any ball down there whatsoever in the last quarter and a half to be able to sustain it.
Yeah, that's it. Barrett out the back to Saunders. Just lost his footing as he got rid of it. And Brady Sharp knocks it across the line. 1- score for the Roos. We'll go down to you, Kylie, for the Newmarket Hotel. The Saints well and truly on top now, Kylie.
Yeah, absolutely. And even that last piece of play, the only reason they had trouble marking the ball was because the sun hit them in the eyes, which caused a bit of an issue there.
You'd have to say the job Brady Sharp's done on Keelan Bradkey since quarter time's been a really big impact in this game, really nullified him. We had a really hot start as well. Bradkey kicking a goal in the first quarter and setting up another one since then. He's rarely been sighted. I mean, obviously that goes back onto the midfield group as well because the ball just hasn't been coming down there either. But whenever he's had an opportunity, Sharp's been right in his back pocket. Yeah, speaking of hot players this afternoon, Buka just got it inside to Owers. He's kicked 4 in this game, Riley Buka. If you've just joined us, on 14.94, 2A wide. Melksham chimes in, intercepts, and has kicked a goal to the scoreboard end. So poor footy from the Saints on that occasion.
Is that their first goal since the first quarter?
Turn it over.
Early in the second. Yeah, really early in the second quarter was the last time the Roos kicked a goal. And just, a poor turnover there as well. Really good awareness by Darcy Melksham there to be able to cut off and use his leg speed and kick in, run into an open goal there. So a goal, an understatement, but a goal that the Roos really needed. But yeah, really good fight there and good effort by Darcy Melksham to push back to help out.
And you mentioned earlier too that Jared Lane has been absolutely outstanding this term to keep the Roos fighting hard. Yep,
so the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. Myrtleford, Alpine Saints 13-11-89. Corowa-Rutherglen Roos 7-4-46. The Aubrey GJ Gardner Homes time clock has gone close to 14 minutes in the third term. Roos going again through Saunders, shot on the sticks, and that one's coming across the face of goal to the near side and has gone through for 1 behind. So they've just got to keep the pressure up, don't they, boys? They just can't, let the wheels completely fall off this afternoon.
Beautiful handball there by Nastasi to hit Saunders. They're nice, quick hands,
very
get
quick.
him out. Yeah, really beautiful work.
And Filipponi did some good work there in the centre clearance to help the Roos get the ball forward. But, they just need a few more contributors around the footy.
Riley O'Shea, deep back pocket for the Tricolours. Goes to Riccardi with about a 15-metre kick.
And how nervous would you be if Corowa could get a couple of goals in a row there if you're a Saints fan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Down in front of our commentary position, and Pernag spoiled by Marak, our ball out of bounds in front of the interchange gates. So quite chirpy down here. Good crowd in today. John Ford Oval, final round 18. We'll go around the grounds again very shortly for Mr. Stove's pool world. Barrett, Gigi well off to Filipponi. He's got some room to move, and then a hook kick, centering ball back towards the middle. Dawson went up, ball went to ground. Matt Wilson tries. Nastasi brought down a Saint, and the umpire is going to call for it. As we go to Freaky, we'll go around the grounds. Freaky for Mr. Stoves.
Yeah, Wayne Rovers 54, Albury 34, a little bit of a lead there. Lavington out by 15 points against the Raiders, 59-44.
Great work, O&M Lives. Brad Freak.
And in the top of the table clash, Wayne Garata still up by 9 points, 59-50 there.
Chris Mitchell brought to you by McRae Motors this afternoon. They're trying Chris O, but it's just they just need to win the ball out of the contest and be clean and neat, don't they?
It's not falling their way at the moment, but they're certainly trying their hardest.
They certainly are. So players cheering again. Dussin. Oh, okay. And he's been called holding the ball.
Purple patch, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Sandrell. George goes wide.
Oh, beautiful kick.
It was nice. And he's hit Bradkey on the lead.
Yep. First time Bradkey's been able to get just a little bit of space from Sharp there as well. And just an outstanding kick there by Sandrell. Kicked it down to the space cruiser and said, you get the ball. That's where I want to go.
They haven't been doing that for him, though, have they? He hasn't had much opportunity in these last 2 quarters to get some separation on Sharp.
Yeah, so Bradkey, well, the man on the mark would be about 45 out. Kalen comes in, strikes it from about 48, sails towards the southern end, and that's gone through for one behind. So 89 plays 47 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. Good afternoon to you, wherever you may be listening or watching the vision on O&M Live this afternoon. 1494 2AY. Trust you're enjoying it. Kylie King, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis at John Ford Oval as Aylett goes long out of defence. Robinson, good mark.
It was a great mark and under a lot of pressure.
Certainly was. He's in the green boots. And what will he do, Will? And he's going to pump it in. Saints under pressure in defence. Boy up the back. Riccardi gets onto it first. Gone through for one behind. How are we going down there now, Kylie, for the Newmarket Hotel? Much action?
Well, look, I just really noticed the intensity lift for Corowa-Rutherglen. I think Darcy Melksham's great little effort for that goal, it just sort of sparked a little something there for those last 5 minutes.
Yeah, oh, that's it. And then Callan Cripps sees the ball out on the half-back flank.
Ball really living in Corowa's 50, isn't it, at these last 10 minutes, as Kylie rightly indicated there, but they just need to make the most of these chances. Obviously, Myrtleford's got heaps of numbers behind the ball. Hard to get any separation.
Yeah, 34-point lead to the Saints. They'll play finals next week at this stage. Wallace. And then Curtis brings down a Roo. And that was Mac Lavis. And the umpire says, give it to me, boys. I'll try and sort it out again. A lot of numbers around the footy. Let's see who ends up with the Sharon on this occasion.
No one in Myrtleford's half of the ground. Can you believe that?
Yeah, all pushed up, haven't they? It is bottled up. Robinson, Dustin. Robinson went again. Lavis had a crack at it. Callum Crisp, he's grabbed by Robinson. And then Dustin quickly on the boot. Rush kick around the body. Owers, Sandrell after him and takes him out of bounds.
Holding the ball.
Yeah,
that's a fair decision.
Had long enough. And the Roos, the crowd, they wanted it and they got it. So, about 60 out. And sends it in. High ball, top of the goal square or virtually. Just ahead of it. Gee, there's been some numbers around this pill in these moments in the third term. And again, the umpire is going to have it. Freaky, what have you got for us? What's the standout stat for the third term for 40 weeks?
Yeah, 5 disposals first. Kurt Aylett in this third term. He's been outstanding for the Alpine Saints.
Beautiful. What do you think the story has been, Chris Mitchell, of the third term, thanks to McRae Motors?
It's been a real arm wrestle the third term. I think Corowa's probably been had the most of the possession, I reckon, but it was the first 10 minutes that we really highlighted that was going to be crucial, and Myrtleford were able to kick about 4 goals in a row to kill the contest.
They've been really kicking themselves, Corowa. They've been able to get the game back on a bit of level pegging now, but to concede those 4 goals in the first 8 to 10 minutes is really going to hurt them in this game.
Jared Lane, Dustin just knocked it from his grasp. Buka goes in, and here he goes, Buka. Riley has it bounce and gets it off to Waite. Murray charging towards goal at the Bridge Road end, puts it on the boot. Oh, nice footy looking for Riley Sharp. Oh, a little too tall for him, I tell you what.
He's
getting
kept it
back
in
there.
too.
Cushit did well just to be a nuisance. And then Joe Hansen, Sharp dragged it in. I think he might be in trouble now. Now knocks it out. Off the ground, was it?
Yep.
No, it was Dolney. Deegan Dolney. A soccer goal.
Well done to Sharp there, because the
Yeah.
ball looked dead and buried. He just kept fighting and scrapping his way to get it free, and a soccer goal there off the ground by Dolney to keep Myrtleford ticking along nicely on the scoreboard there. It was, if we go to the Peter Bowen home scoreboard, it's 14-11-95, leading Corowa 7-7-49.
You just see the leg speed of Buka again there, just being able to break the lines and take the game on. Obviously, Corowa had the vast majority of the play for the last 10 minutes, but only be able to kick the 1 goal, and Myrtleford go down the other and kick their 5th for the quarter.
Yeah, what a breakout performance from Riley Buka this afternoon. He has been absolutely fantastic. Martin, Roach, and then Dustin. He's played a good quarter, giving everything. Didn't he kick a cracking goal down here too?
Yeah.
Guys,
Second term.
yeah, second term, just really latched onto one from outside 50. Sunjan goal of the day, it really was a beauty. Riccardi working hard, tried to get it to Callum Chris, a little bit tall. Robinson, Goodwin, just fires it forward. And then boy up the back of the contest, Marks, Roach has got him. And well, the Saints, Aylett brought to ground. Nastasi in his back, I thought.
Yeah, fair enough.
Too high over the shoulder.
But yeah, no lack of urgency there by the Roos forwards to try and keep that pressure on the Saints defenders there.
Saints, Del Bosco, Filippone's after him. Del Bosco gets rid of it to Riccardi. So that was rushed, but they got away with it. Kylie, how's it going down there, mixing and mingling with the people for the Newmarket Hotel?
I am enjoying the scenery too. It's not too often you see a kookaburra flying through the ground, but such as it is when you're here near the Murray.
Yeah, it's a beautiful town, Corowa, this border city, and just a magnificent day. And then they play on the ruse and they go forward again. That was Seymour sending it forward. Brady Sharp's got back.
Paid to push in the back here.
No way.
Okay.
What are your thoughts, boys, there?
I'm not quite sure how the... it's now he's...
He throw the ball away. That's fair enough, 50, but
yeah,
I don't think the free kick was there, was
not
it?
quite sure how you could probably pay a push in the back when the umpire was looking face on to the contest. So, yeah.
Saints players were certainly perplexed about that one.
Yeah, certain goal for Bradkey here, though, Lukey.
That's it, Freaky. In he comes, Carlin. And he kicks another. So he gets one to the scoreboard end, and, well, a letdown for the Saints. Anyway, it has gone on. That's life.
Yeah, absolutely. Look like Bradkey obviously puts himself in positions to take the marks. Might have just put a little bit of mayo on that one there, but obviously as a forward, you've got to put it in your craft. So all power to him to do it, but then the umpire bought it. So I think the 50 gave away, just a silly mistake there by Sharp Crusoe to give away the 50.
Yeah, I don't think there was any questions about the 50 not giving the ball back, and bit of time wasting there. But yeah, I don't know about the free kick, but it's been paid, and it's ball's back in the centre of the ground.
Certainly is. 40-point lead on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. The Saints 14-11-95 lead. Corowa 8-7-55. We've just ticked over the 23-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. In the third term, and Maraca went on to Byrne and played on to Curtis. Curtis left foot, good football, this guy. In towards 50. Nick Warnock slipped over at a crucial stage. Johansson tried to pick it up off the deck, overran it. And then the ball was wrapped up. We're going to have a stoppage inside 50 at the Bridge Road end as we go to Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors.
If there was one player going to take off with a commanding lead, it would nearly be Simon Curtis, wouldn't it?
Yep, he'd be top of the pile for mine.
That's it. Wide, Sandrell. Try to go inboard to Jarrod Lane. Put him under a ton of pressure. Jarrod just got it on the boot to the centre or hard of John Ford Oval. Coming through Dolney. Nastasi picked it up off the deck and look at him go. Just puts on the afterburners, then left foot, sends it forward, one-on-one, Brady Sharp, Kalen Bradkey, great umpiring, they broke even, Bradkey out the back, rolling ball has gone out of bounds.
He's so quick, he's never out of the contest. He nearly ran onto that one, but I reckon Sharp was unlucky nearly not to get a free kick there as well.
Okay, yep.
Probably a very similar contest that he gave the free kick away for just before then, but yeah.
There was no square up there by the umpire, was there?
Defenders don't normally get it, but the forwards normally do, so...
Speaking from a defender there.
Yep.
Callum Crisp down in front. Riccardi wrapped up again. Ball not coming out of there. The umpire is going to have it.
The umpire at that end is also getting plenty of advice from the thirds boys behind the goals as well, so...
That's it.
Now I know why you're rooting for Lee Masters to win the Morris, because he's a defender as well.
Ah.
Got to give us something.
Del Bosco over the top to Maraca. Maraca out wide looking
Bit
for
of composure
Curtis.
there by the young fella, wasn't there?
Yep.
Maraca to weave through some traffic and find the former Lavington coach.
Damien Wilson manning the mark. Curtis, and beautiful by foot he is. Finds Sam Martin.
Been good today, Martin. Up to 21 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yep, and then down the line to Nick Warnock. He takes the mark, so the Saints just moving it kick by kick out of defence here, then out wide to Riley Sharp, but he's a long way from home, centre wing, far side. He's happy to slow it right down too. Then he wants to go inboard now to Riccardi. So the Saints hold possession, but in no rush. They lead by 40 points, 95-55 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard as we work up towards the third term break. And then Martin goes long, high ball inside 50. Buka was at the back. He's had a great day. He's kicked 4. And Pill wrapped up. Let's go to Kylie King, boundary side. Kylie, much action down there now in front of the interchange gates for the Newmarket?
Oh, a little injury concern for Joey Hansen, but the lads say he won't take himself off.
Okay. Very good. Up again. Lane. Geez, he's had his hands on the footy in this quarter. Damien Wilson off to Sandrell. Then a left high ball. Just got on the boot, really. Nothing deliberate about that. And Callum Crisp has it. Aylett's calling for it inboard. Callum Crisp happy to ignore him and just thumps it straight back in, down the other end. Nick Warnock over the top of his head. And there's the siren to bring three-quarter time. And the Saints, well, they'll play finals footy in 2022. Don't worry about that. The third term break, it is Myrtleford Alpine. 14-11-95, leading Corowa-Rutherglen 8-7-55. Back shortly. This is O&M Live. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
TAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onwards, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY, we're your local.
Live on 2AY.
Yeah, welcome back everyone to John Ford Oval in Corowa, and at the three-quarter time break, It is the Myrtleford Saints with a 40-point lead. 14-11-95 to Corowa's 8-7-55. And, well, to take out miraculous comeback from the Roos, no doubt about that. Rightio, let's go to Freaky and go around the grounds to Mr. Stowe's pool world. You've got some interesting scores there, Freaky.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other games in the Ovens and Murray at the moment, the top of the table clash, Wangaratta has got out to a lead there against Yarrawonga, 79-57. Wodonga looking to have a big victory against North Albury, 32-127. Wangaratta Rovers have kicked away from Albury, 78-40
Wow.
in that game. And in the other game, Lavington out to a 34-point lead against Wodonga Raiders, 79-45. In the final series in both the Hume League and the Tallangatta League, which have started today, in the Hume League, we've got Randwell Bundry over Howlong, 49-33. And in the early stages of the third quarter in the Tallangatta League, it is the Beechworth Bushrangers, 41-14 over Kiwa.
Very good. Rightio, Freaky. Let's have a look. The Optus quarters best for this game between the Roos and the Saints. What did you have for us, mate?
Yeah, in that third quarter there for the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos, I had Jared Lane across the half-back line. I thought he was really strong. Darcy Melksham on the wing. I think they started some really good plays for him. And then for the Saints, it's probably been the same guys all day. It's probably Curtis in the middle there as well, and also Sam Martin for mine. They've been probably, them and Buka have probably been the three best for Myrtleford today. They've been getting the job done from time and time again.
Beautiful. Brad Freak brought to you by 40 Wings. We'll go back down to Kylie King boundary side and see if Kylie could pick up, what the coaches said at the three-quarter time break, thanks to the Newmarket. Kylie, how'd you go down there?
Oh, look, I just had to listen to Peter German's final last blast for the boys. So very measured. He was pretty happy, actually. Keep contesting. You've got the speed. He really wants his players to go down back and help out the defenders as much as they can. But let's keep trying to manufacture something. If he can get 5 or 6 goals, he'll be very happy, he said.
Beautiful. Last turn brought to you by Bingley here on O&M Live. Callan Crisp out of the centre. Left foot sends it for Warnock. Good Mets. Nice mark up against Shield. And he's calling for a lead and gets a low ball in towards Riley Sharp, heading towards the boundary line in front of Cushit. Ball has gone out of bounds. And we will have a boundary throw in, boys, at the start of the final term.
Yeah, that's good for the Saints. I think they really need to build Warnock's confidence heading into next week. First week of finals, because he's going to play a big part if they're to progress past the first week.
If they can get him fit and firing and really firing a goal. Obviously, he looks like he's a little bit lacks a little bit of confidence at the moment in front of goals. If they can get him one out, get him a few easy ones, build that confidence back up, it'd be really good signs for the Saints going into next week.
I'll be trying to get the footy in his hands as much as possible.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're a different team if he nails his goals.
Yeah, because he's still marking the ball really well.
Yes.
Yeah. He's moving really well. We've seen him take a couple of really nice marks down there, but yeah, hasn't been able to convert today.
Okay, out wide for the Saints. And that was Wallace. And then on the boot, up high. Pernak's taken the mark, though, defensively on the arc of the 50 for the Roos. Scoreboard end far side. And he goes short to Barrett. And then Barrett wants to come lateral to Damien Wilson. They're playing on. Here we go. This is what we want, some run. And then Shulg up towards Cam Wilson. Across half forward. Now he's got Brackie absolutely streaming for him. Nice delivery. That was good.
Yep.
Good footy from the Roos.
Yeah, very hard to match up on. He sprinted for about 45 metres there, Brackie, to get that kick. And it's a bit of a tight angle, but a reward for effort if he kicks this goal.
Without a doubt, the Corowa's best passage of play since the first quarter. Without a doubt, that passage there.
That's it. He's almost coming out Nick Rewalt-like, wasn't he? Long legs and tearing out on the lead. Here he goes. Brackie again. Bridge Road in. And he kicks it, but he's brought it to the near side. And it's gone through for a 1- score. Gee, can move, Kylie, when he gets rolling.
That's very true. Actually, the coach made a big point of just delivering better to the forwards, and that was picture perfect in a way. A bit of niggle with Cam Wilson and Matt Dussin, so I'm just keeping an eye on those two as well.
Okay, well, Matt Dussin's so important for the Saints as we lead in towards next week. It goes without saying. And then Filipponi on the boot and then sends it forward, attacking 50 for the Roos. They get a high entry. Good defensive fist from Wallace. Ball heading towards the boundary line. Still in. Owers. And then, Robertson tried to grab him. Filipponi. He fights for it. And the umpire is going to have it. Border Carpet scoreboard final term. Myrtleford, Alpine Saints 14-11-95. Leading Corowa-Rutherglen 8-8-56. and ticking over 3 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. So very early stages here in the last quarter as the Saints come through Owers, and he has a bounce. He has a look what he has ahead of him. Floating kick, very ordinary. Wait, he's got it in front of him to his advantage. Back to Owers, a nice running, and then has one bounce, and now settles. That's a better kick, sends it forward. Who's he got down there? Riley Sharp at the back. Shield did well for the Roos, won it, and then has to be perfect, and it was. Just came off. And Seymour pushes it out wide to Melksham. So let's see what the Roos can do on this occasion. They worked it beautifully up the ground. The last attempt, Ayres. And then he goes short to Jared Lane. And Jared sees what he likes and plays on left foot. Brady Sharp in front of Bragg. He did well. Got his fist to it. Saunders. Oh, good tackle from Brady Sharp. Brought Saunders down. And the umpire is going to have it. Saints bench absolutely loves it, Brad Freak.
Yeah, Brady Sharp's been outstanding. We touched on him in the third quarter. He's been done a solid job, been outstanding down there in the back half for the Saints today.
Curtis, Owers, out wide to Byrne, and then Byrne inside to Curtis. His overlap run is so good. Then Simon goes forward. Nice miss again from Warnock. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what he can do from here. He's missed probably 3 easy ones today. His confidence has been shot, I think it's fair to say, in front of his sticks. What do you think, Chris Mitchell, for McRae Motors?
I just hope he kicks through the footy, has a nice big run-up. I don't think he's going to change his style now, but yeah, he needs the goal for his confidence going into next week, that's for sure.
Freaky?
Yeah, I'm a bit like Chris. I just get a few goal or two in this last quarter, get his confidence up going into next week.
That looks better. Is it a goal? You bet it is. Well done, Nick Warnock. He's kicked it, and that ball swung around and went through the sticks to the scoreboard end, and he has got a major on the board this afternoon as the Saints are home here at John Ford Oval.
Very relaxed style, walking in and running to goal there, so sometimes he might get himself in a little bit of trouble, but he's, have to say, obviously his kicking's been off, but his hands and his groundwork's been outstanding today for the Saints. He just has to get that final piece right, and they'll have a really dangerous forward line with him and Riley Sharp, because Riley Sharp himself kicked 4 goals down there today. He's been outstanding.
That's it.
A little bit of Max King about his run-up and style of shot at goal, isn't there? So, yeah, good goal there for Nick Warnock and his confidence.
Back in the middle, Maraka brought down. Saints did well. Barrett to bring him down, and away he goes. Barrett out of the middle. Cam puts it on the boot, left foot. Darcy Melksham takes it. Ailing up against him. Melksham wants to play on quickly. Into Bragg Keys. He got it over his head. Brady Sharp did well. Then right foot, hurry kick. Rush Torp out of the back line, bouncing in front of Deegan Dole, and his ball's gone across the line, left of the interchange gates here at John Ford Oval.
I know Maraka got caught with a footy there in the centre square, but I think he's been quite good for the Saints and gives a little bit of a different look to their midfield, bit of pace, a bit of youth, and yeah, I think he's been pretty good today.
Kylie, that contest, Jason Yu, of you for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, look, really enjoying the way they're going in a little bit harder. You can get the sense that they want to do it for Peter German, the Corowa-Rutherglen boys. And I must admit, standing near some Myrtleford Alpine Saints fans, when Nick Warnock got that goal, they all said, he's back.
Yeah, that's it. No, it was good to see him put it through. And, yeah, a real booster shot of confidence, if you like, heading into towards next week. Now, the boundary umpire's having 2 or 3 goes at this.
He's getting the right distance in there. Luke, he's probably going a little bit too far and probably throwing it a little bit
wrong with that one? Just wasn't straight enough?
I think so.
Here he goes. Nothing wrong with that one. Goodwin. And Chris Melksham. He eluded Martin and then puts it on the boot. Darcy, floating kick. Down forward. Filipponi, Aylett. And then coming through was Jared Lane. And now, well, the Ruse Filipponi to Melksham. They wanted the boundary line and they got it. We'll have another boundary throw in Bridge Road end. Near side, pretty good crowd on the fence today at John Ford Oval. Last round, 18 of the O&M home and away season. So the Myrtleford Alpine Saints will advance to the finals next week. Dussin on to Byrne. Byrne copped a high one. Took the mark anyway. Lavis, the man on the mark. And Byrne goes in, finds Maraca. Might be.
Oh.
And then turns it over badly.
Two minds where to kick it, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's a Pernag.
Didn't kick through it, so
that's it.
Turnover.
And into Jordan Ayres, the Roos, and gets Barrett. And what will he do? They're going inboard here, good, through the corridor. Shilg on to Lavis in trouble. Back to Shilg, missed him. Buka tried to dish off. And then Barrett goes again. Did well, yeah, won it back. On to Filipponi, long kick forward, helicopter. And then good contest down there, 2-on-1. Nastasi, haven't seen much of him today. Left foot, bouncing ball towards Jared Lane. Cleans up, goal. Along the ground, well done. So Perseverance sees the Roos kick a goal at the Bridge Road end. And hit has gone through, but they trail by a big margin, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared Lane's tried really hard in his second half, boys. He's up to 9 disposals for the second half on the 40-wing stat sheet and a goal there. But as you say, it was probably the first 10 minutes of the third quarter, Chriso, and obviously the second quarter that really blew this game apart for the Saints.
Yeah, that certainly was the nail in the coffin for the Roos, wasn't it? I just love the work there by Cam Barrett. He's probably been arguably the Roos' best player in the second half of the season, and was really clean and calm under pressure and helped set that goal up for Jared Lane.
Just looks like someone who's full of confidence at the moment, Cam Barrett. Looks like he's got himself in some really good shape and just covering the ground really well.
Final turn brought to you by Bingley. Great sponsors of O&M Live and 1494 2AY on the Border Carpet scoreboard. It is the Saints 101 leading Corowa 62. And there's a contest towards the scoreboard end wrapped up. And again, we'll have another stoppage. Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock has gone close to 10 minutes here in the final term. Rightio, boys. What's going to happen next week? We've got 2 cats and 1 magpie in this box. Quickly on the boot, and ball's gone out of bounds. And that's gone through for 1 behind, has it? Yeah, it snuck through. So the Saints pick up a point, and the Roos will bring it back through Hatton. Chriso, you're a Geelong man. I'm a Cats man. Freaky's a Magpie man. Firstly, Freaky, that Collingwood-Carlton game, that was just awesome, wasn't it? Everything you want Australian football to be at the MCG last Sunday.
Except if you're a Carlton fan.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. I got in trouble through the week for watching the replay too much. So, yeah, Robbie wasn't too happy with me. So, but anyway,
I could imagine. You mentioned to manage to keep your accommodation though, Freaky.
Yep.
You weren't kicked out. Riccardi goes to the scoreboard end. That was nice. And the Saints are on their way to September. Brodie kicks it. Nice goal to the scoreboard end in the tricolours. Well, they march on.
Might see little Jack Ginnivan doing a few of those next week. What do you reckon, boys?
Come on, Freaky.
Come
on, Freaky. Yeah.
The smalls for Myrtleford today, those medium ones as you touched on there, Riccardi, and obviously Riley Bucher as well, and Malachi Owers as well, has been really strong, I think. I think they've been the difference, really. Just their leg speed and been able to break the lines for them. So probably the best game, that collective I've seen for Myrtleford play in a long time. And I think going next week into finals, their leg speed and that being able to break the lines is going to be vital for them. And obviously this man as well, Curtis, in the middle of the ground.
Yep, and he gets a ball forward. Jordan Ayres trying to grab it. Dolney right on his hammer, picks it up, 2-on-1, gets the ball out the He's jazzed. High ball comes back down to ground level. And then, well, Saints and Roos fighting away for it. And again, it is wrapped up. Kylie, sun starting to come down here at John Ford Oval in Corowa.
Yeah, that's true. Really interesting observation. One thing that the guys have definitely done is that delivery to Caelan Bradkey, because Peter Durman said at the break, he said, stop plonking it up on his head. You've got to deliver it forward, and they've listened.
That's it. Kylie brought to you by the Newmarket Hotel this afternoon as we go around the ground. So Mr. Stowe's pool world.
Yeah, in the Wangaratta-Yarrawonga game, Wangaratta up there by 22 points, 86-64. Wodonga Bulldogs too strong for North Albury, 34 to 127. Wangaratta Rovers 81 to Albury 40, and Lavington 98 to Raiders 45.
Wow! Just give us that Rovers score again, Freaky.
41 points up. The Rovers are 81 to 40.
Okay, so that injury toll really hurting the yellow and black now. Robinson sends it forward. Nice defensive mark, though.
And it kills Lavington's finals hopes, doesn't it, with the Rovers winning, so the top 5 is locked in.
Yep.
Yep, there you go. So unfortunate for Lavington, but that's footy.
Been outstanding this year, Lavy. We've commented on them plenty of times. Come from the clouds, really, to give themselves a chance to play finals, and that's all you can do coming the last round. If you give yourselves a chance to play finals, your members and supporters will be doing the club proud.
Ball in again for the Saints, and nice mark to Riley Sharp, and he's taken the ball, and he'll have a shot directly in front, 25 out. And as Riley sets up to have a shot on goal to the southern end, Chris Mitchell, pre-finals bye for the AFL, yes or no?
It's been good for country footy this weekend, but no for me, and no for the time slot, Cats and Pies next week.
Absolute no.
4:35.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Freaky, pre-finals bye, yes or no?
Echo the same thoughts as Chriso.
No and no?
Yep.
Yep. Riley Sharp, he's got it, and that's 5 for him. So a handful for Riley, he's had a day out. Kylie, pre-finals bye in the AFL, are you a fan or not a fan?
No.
Yeah.
The momentum gets lost, doesn't it?
Yeah, none of us are fans. Yeah.
They keep persisting with it, Lukey, now. I
don't think they're going to get rid of it now, are they? If we go to the Ovens and King, the last update I have, it looks like Benalla All Blacks have 1 foot in the grand final, 10-6, leading Bright 4-9. So that's in the Ovens and King League.
And if we go to the Hume League final between Randwell, Bundry and Howlong, at 3/4 time, a 5-point game there in favour of Rand, 53 to 48.
Yeah, there you go. I think it was a 4-point margin or a 3-point margin in favour of the Spiders the last time they met.
League there,
just chase that one now, Chriso.
Yep. So
where they just got their first goal.
Yeah, just after half time they did. So.
Yeah. And O&M Live's very own Gus McLeod and Robbie McKinlay calling the action today. So they'll be doing a fantastic job with that game back here at Corowa. And, well, the Saints 114 to Corowa 63 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. Albury GJ Gardner Holmes time clock has gone 17 in the final term. And the Stars is going to have a shot now to the Bridge Road end, Brad Freak.
If we go around the grounds, and just for Mr. Stove's pool world, in that game between Corowa and Beechworth at Salangata at the Sandy Creek, game's a bit closer there at the moment, 32 to 42 in favour of Beechworth.
Okay, game on.
Yeah. The Starsy. See what Charlie can do. He's had a quiet day this afternoon. That one is, well, to the near side, and that'll go through for 1- score. We mentioned the Memsey Stakes being run today at Caulfield, and at the moment, Alligator Blood favourite on the TAB at around about the $3.90 mark. And what a race that'll be. The Group 1 worth $1 million as we edge closer to spring. All the great gallopers coming back. Byrne, half-back flank. Inside to Del Bosco. So Del Bosco has a bounce, and then he wants to come this side and lateral to Riccardi, just out in front of him. Freaky.
Yeah, I was just touching on something Chriso mentioned earlier. This might be the stage, Chriso, where would you think about taking a few of your better players off and giving them a bit of a rest?
Buka goes
point.
forward. Yeah, like we'll ask you soon, Chris, if you want to name 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 that you take off Buka. He's going to make it 5. 5 for Riley Buka. That is a Sunshine goal of the day. Look at him go down to the southern end and stir up the Roos crowd. He loves it. Oh, yeah.
Maybe he'd be one you take off. He's been on fire, hasn't he? But obviously no Declan Bren. We know he's got an Achilles injury. So, yeah, those second sort of forwards, third and fourth forwards are going to be crucial next week. They're going to play the Rovers in an elimination final. So they need everyone firing. I think Simon Curtis would be the first one. I would also probably take off Sam Martin. I think he's their best midfielder. So it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully no injuries on either side in the last sort of 10 minutes of this one.
Yeah, Riley Booker with the bazooka boot went bang.
The bazooka booker.
That's it. Like yeah, he's, well, just been fantastic today. Johansson, Wallace, Riccardi.
He's been good in his 100th game, hasn't he?
He has. And a good effort, as Brad Frick said in the pre-game. Just good to play 100 games at the top level of any sport. And then great commitment to the Saints Footy Club. Saunders. Lavis it was.
Shouldn't forget this guy on the bench too, Elijah Wales. He's not going to be a part of it after injuring his hamstring in the first quarter.
Yeah, most unfortunate for him. Jared Hatton, we haven't seen much of him today. Left foot high ball, inside attacking 50. Brady Sharp just got a boot to it. Barrett tearing after it. Maraka hot on his hammer. Aylett there also. Maraka got swung around and that'll be a sling tackle. And it is. Aubrey GJ Gardner Holmes time clock. So we've gone over the 20-minute mark now. Final term. If you just tuned in on 1494 2AY to catch the score, it is the Saints 120 leading the Roos 64 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. So the Saints will play O&M finals in 2022. Dussin goes forward. Nice mark. So he looks to be okay, guys. Bit of an injury scare early on, but Matt, he just battles on. Let's go to Freaky for 40 Winks.
Yeah, just having a look at, obviously this game is done and dusted and the other results look like they should be done and dusted with the Rovers up by 40 points there. So at this stage, it looks like the finals next week, we've got Yarrawonga versus Albury at the WJ Finlay Oval in Wangaratta, and then the big elimination final between the Wangaratta Rovers and Myrtleford at the Albury Sports Ground on Sunday.
Wow. Okay, Dussin comes in, and that is absolutely perfect. He's kicked the goal, Matt Dussin. And the Saints extend their lead. And they have been simply too good this afternoon here at John Ford Oval. Chris Mitchell from McRae Motors.
Yeah, they deserve to win this one and get into the finals. Obviously, hard luck story for Lavington, who've been so brave, especially in the second half of the season, and beat Myrtleford twice, mind you, as well. So they're pretty incredible. Obviously, Wodonga a little bit stiff with their second half form as well in the season. But yeah, Myrtleford really turned the screws in that second quarter. It's been a huge turnaround. They trailed by 19 points at quarter time.
I think the ups and downs all Myrtleford and Rovers have had throughout the year, I think come finals, I think the best five sides are probably going to be in there. I don't think you can have too many arguments for Lavington or anybody else, especially on the outside. But I think now we've got September action 1 week away. I think the best five sides for the season are there.
That's it. So let's just hear those matchups again. Freaky, for the first week of the finals in the O&M.
Yeah, next Saturday at the WJ Finlay Oval, we've got Yarrawonga versus Albury in the qualifying final, and in the elimination final at the Albury Sports Ground on Sunday, Wangaratta Rovers take on Myrtleford.
Wow, and you'll catch it all here on O&M Live. Owers goes forward, then Cushion at the back, Riley Sharp, and well, Roos did well on that occasion. Hatton ends up with him, and then balked, and then went again. Long kick out of the fence, high ball. Cam Wilson under it, punched away by O'Shea. Aylett goes in, looking for a player, and a teammate, Owers. Gee, he's been so handy today.
Yes.
And then swung around Byrne, and then what's happened here? Throw. And, yep, against Byrne, I think.
And interesting.
Lavis is going to get it.
Wangaratta obviously put a bid in for the grand final, didn't even get a final.
Yeah.
So really interesting there, I reckon, for the Magpies.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a strange decision.
It is strange, I think.
Riley Burker going for 6.
How to bring the house down.
Oh, yeah. He's missed it to the far side, one behind.
And in that top of the table clash, if we go around the grounds for Mr. Stokes' pool well between Wangaratta and Yarrawonga, Wangaratta running away out there, 40 points. They are up against the Pigeons there, 104 to 64 at the moment.
So Booker would be pretty hot favourite for our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, wouldn't he, boys?
Oh, I'd have him up there. I'd have him up there.
That's it. Goodwin, big palm off against Matt Dussin. Cam Wilson draws the player, then goes on to Barrett. Looping hand pass to Robinson, back to Barrett, and puts it to the advantage of Marks, or was it? Inside to Cam Wilson. So they keep possession. Oh, interfered. Yeah, it did well. And then Joe Hansen moves it across half back. Half forward, I should say, to Melksham. And then Melksham goes forward on to Spencer. And, well, I should say Sandrell, George Sandrell. He'll have a shot to the Bridge Road end, to the game dead in the water. Almost to the 24-minute mark, 127 to 64. The Saints have just been far too good today, Kylie King.
Oh, they have indeed, and it's just been good to see the fans here, actually. They have made the trip from Myrtleford to watch this in action, and now they're just really hoping, that Riley Bucher can get the extra goal. It's been quite an interesting one for them. As he had a go before, they all lifted.
Yeah, no, that's it.
So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, he was shooting at his sixth. It wasn't to be, so yeah, maybe he will get a late one. In the meantime, George Sandell has kicked a goal for the Roos. So they get a consolation goal, a late one. And Peter German, as the curtain comes down on his coaching career at the Roos. Curtis, out of the middle, spears one in, Warnock.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's just such a great mark. He's just got to tidy up his kicking. He's going to go short. That's good. That was the right option to Aylett. And Aylett will have a shot on the sticks here. Freaky, what's been the inside 50 count for the final term, thanks to 40 wins?
Yeah, been pretty even, really. It's 11 to Myrtleford for 8 for the Corowa-Rutherglen Roos as well. So, but Myrtleford obviously just been, since quarter time, just been able to take full advantage. Every single time they've basically gone inside forward 50.
You're backing Kurt Aylett in here, Chris Mitchell?
Yep, I think he'll kick it.
For McRae Motors, and he's got it, Kurt. He puts it straight through the middle to the southern end. And there's the toots of the horns here, and John Ford Oval, the Saints running out convincing winners this afternoon as we go back to Freaky on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, Simon Curtis up to 7 disposals in his last quarter. He's up to 30 for the game. He's just been outstanding, Chriso.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, Freaky. Was he the major ball winner today?
Yeah, he has been so far. He's up to 30, as we touched on there. Sam Martin's up to 22. Kurt Aylett, who just kicked that goal there, he's up to 22 as well.
Beautiful. Back in the middle. Ball coming towards our broadcast side. Saunders. Not too long left in this game. Dustin. Barrett came at
Hasn't
hard.
stopped trying all day, has he, Barrett?
Yeah, and a great contest, that one.
Been the best for the Roos.
And spears it towards the edge of the 50. Bridge Road end. Wallace. High ball for Owers running for him. Line beats them over the chalk left of centre wing on the broadcast side. Out of bounds. Kylie King, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis with you this afternoon on 1494 2AY. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Hope you may be tuned in today. We've got a whistle. What's happening here?
I think they're going to
recall it. Yep. Another boundary throw in.
He's going to have a sore arm, this young fella.
He certainly is. He's getting some practice today.
Yep.
Goodwin, Dustin, Damien Wilson, he was at the bottom. And Curtis tried to dish one out. Wild hand pass over the top. And coming through for the Saints was Byrne. Got it off to Simon Curtis. And geez, a classy football. This guy forward. No one back there for the Saints. And Shilk's taking the mark. Wants to play on quickly. Sandrell, he's got an absolute paddock. Barrett's on 4-inch. Played great in this final term. Plays on. And then Lavis links up and goes to the forward flank. Jared Lane got a shocking kick in front of him. Bounced and then sends it forward. And Cam Wilson couldn't take it. Saints fight back there. DeBosco's going to end up with it. 133 plays 70 on the border carpet scoreboard. So the Saints safely home. And we'll see September action in the O&M for 2022. Back to Del Bosco. Aylett missed it. Now he's, got one in the back, has he?
He said holding the ball and then he gave him a free kick. It was a free kick, but
that was interesting.
I don't think the umpire knew what was going on.
And then on to Curtis. Bouncing ball inside 50. And there's the siren. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints, as we said, will play finals this year. They've run out big winners today at John Ford Oval at Corowa-Rutherglen's home ground. The Saints 2013 133 to Corowa-Rutherglen's 10-10-70. Boys, the Saints simply far too good. Very shortly we'll go down and find out who the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day is as Chris Mitchell makes his way down. Kylie will try and pluck out the best player this afternoon. Freaky. Riley Bucher was good.
Yeah,
He was good, wasn't he?
I really liked his game. Obviously, you can always go to the mainstays, can't you? Look, you can go to Simon Curtis, who was outstanding for them today, especially throughout the first quarter. But when they moved him into the middle of the ground, I thought that was the real difference maker. But Riley Booker was just a bit of X factor for him in the forward half today, kicking his 5 goals. Riley Sharp also kicked the 5 goals as well. But the way that Booker was able to break the lines and take the game on from it, he was really a spark for them. Obviously, they had the 17-point, they were behind by 17 points at quarter time, and be able to flip that over and be up by about 20 points at halftime was really on the back of him and getting the game going in Myrtleford's way.
He's really exciting, and every time he gets it, Freaky, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Isn't it? You just know something's going to happen. Like, I know your man from Collingwood, Jordan DeGoey, and from the Cats, I'm a Geelong man, Tyson Stengel. Well, when they get near it, something's going to happen.
Just that bit of X factor that they can have, it absolutely it's just really dynamic. It just adds a little few more dimensions. Obviously, as we touched on, Riley Sharp, the mainstay in the forward line, he kicked the 5 goals, brought everything to the ground. He was great. And obviously, we touched on Nick Warnock throughout the game. His kicking boots were off today, but he really led hard. And their forward half looks like that they might be able to take a lot of confidence out of today's game and move forward into their big clash next week against the Wangaratta Rovers in what's going to be a massive clash at the Albury Sports Ground between the two of them.
Absolutely. Won't be long before we head out to John Ford Oval and catch up with Kylie King, and also, well, Chris O's just strolling around in the background with the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day board. And there's the Roos. Well, they've finished up the year, hey, Freaky. So, look, disappointing to finish the season like that today, but I'll tell you what, they did go through to the finish line, and that's all you can ask for them.
Yeah, they're really brave all year. The Roos, obviously, they've had a really horrid run with injuries. They've been smashed all the years. So to be able to get to conclude this season, they can hold their heads high.
Beautiful. Rightio, let's head out to the ground now. Kylie King is on ground level. Yep.
Riley.
It's with Riley Booker, of course. Good on you, Kylie.
It is Riley Booker. Booker. Well, they've been calling you Booker all day. Sorry, Booker. How magical with the boot you were. That really lifted the team then in that third quarter.
Yeah, I guess I've struggled a little bit this year, finding the rhythm, kicking a few goals, which is usually my forte. But yeah, I definitely found a way to string a few together today. Kicked five goals, 4 in the end. Could have been more, but yeah, I'm stoked. I'm just glad to get the win and move through next week.
Yeah, what does it mean for you to get to that Elim final?
Yeah, it's super because we've had a lot of injuries and it's been such an up and down year. We've had players go overseas and miss 6 weeks, and now our side's starting to come back a little bit and back to normal, and hopefully we can bring it up to the best in the finals.
Well, Riley, you enjoy it. Congratulations on being the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
First one, so I'm stoked. Thank you.
There you go. Well done, Kylie. Riley Booker, Freaky. So there you go. It's spelled Bouker, but it's actually pronounced as a double O, as Booker. So there you go.
That's all right. If he's going to tell us that it's wrong, and when he's the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, it means he's played well. It means the Saints have played well. So as we touched on, he was fantastic today. Easily the best game that I've seen him play for the Saints as well. So they should really gives him a lot of confidence going into the game next week as well. So. As it looks like the coaches, Jake Sharp and Dawson Simpson, keep the side out on the ground a little bit. And Chris Mitchell's just came back into the commentary box. I saw him running through the Myrtleford huddle there just before the coaches got the high-fiving and yahooing, Chris O.
I think he was doing sort of Dermot Brereton style, sort of running through the pack there, Chris, just sort of throwing a bit of weight around.
They're giving me plenty of advice on who to talk to and who not to. They said not to talk to Riley Booker. Said he was a man of few words, but they're all sort of up and about the Saints.
Tell you what, he is quickly becoming a fan favourite, isn't he, of the Saints, Riley Booker, and, not a favourite, I must say, of opposition teams, particularly the Roos crowd down towards the scoreboard end there today. They were giving it to him. Great stuff, isn't it? That's what bush footy's all about.
Great theatre, obviously. The thirds boys for Corowa down the bottom, down there behind the goals at the scoreboard, and obviously all the Myrtleford boys would have been given him plenty of advice down there. So, really good win by Myrtleford. Obviously had to consolidate today. They would have came in with a lot of pressure on their shoulders. Obviously, just knowing they had to get the job they had to do to get it done, and obviously they were able to walk away with the 4 points and another tilt of the flag, you might say, Lukey.
That's it, Freaky. Yeah, absolutely. Rightio, mate. Let's go back around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's pool world. We'll just see if the final siren has now blown at a few of the other games.
Yep, in some of the other games in the Ovens and Murray are just the scores that are filtering through at the moment. Obviously in the big game between first versus second, Wangaratta too strong for Yarrawonga, 116-83. Wodonga finishing off their year with a 100-point win over North Albury, 147-47. As we see, Brodie Riccardi and Brady Sharp being carried off here for their 100th game, respectively. Really good moment here from the Saints.
Yeah, that's right, Freaky. So that's the cheers you can hear down the line on O&M Live and 1494 2AY. So as Freaky's saying.
Yeah, and two of those two boys there as well, outstanding in their 100th game. I thought both of them, Riccardi and Sharp, were really, really good in their respective roles for the Saints today. In the other games, as we touched on, Wangaratta Rovers too strong for Albury at 90-48, and in the other game, Lavington too strong for Wodonga Raiders, 120-47 there.
But they are gone.
They are gone, yeah.
So we'll hear about that. We'll give you some time just to tell us what's going on next week. But Lavington bow out of this season.
Yeah, they do. They can hold their heads up high. Really, really proud of their efforts today. So, and for the whole season as well. Nobody expected them to be where they were. So they should hold. Adam Schneider's got a really, really good base for them going forward.
Yep, that is it. Chris Mitchell, the Saints simply too good today. They took a while to get going and warm to the task, but once they did, they put the foot down and came away for a big win this afternoon.
Yeah, they sure did, Lukey. It was probably their lesser lots too, such as Booker. I thought Maraka was pretty good. Dolney chipped in. Young Charlie Crisp. Owers was really good as well. And they need that pace, and that's something they lacked certainly in the first half of the season. When they lost Matty Munro, you thought, geez, where's their run and carry going to come from? And they were nearly forced to play a lot of these young players because of that. So we're just about to listen to their song. But yeah, plenty to unravel in the run home.
For sure, yeah. So Kylie King has done her best work to get down to the winning rooms. And here we go. The Saint is home today at John Ford Oval. Yeah, there you go. They've gone marching in, all right, in fine fashion this afternoon. Just too good. It really was a big win to the Saints. Okay, we'll get to a break here from John Ford Oval. Kylie King, Brad Frick, Chris Mitchell and Luke Francis for the post-game. Back shortly on O&M Live, where you will not miss a thing.
GoTave is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTave is the place for you.
GoTave is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol?
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY, we're your local.
You're listening to O&M Live on 2AY.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. Great day of footy here at John Ford Oval this afternoon in this beautiful border town of Corowa. And well, the Saints running out massive winners today over Corowa. Freaky, let's go around the grounds for, well, Mr. Stowe's pool world and see what happened.
Yeah, in some of the finals in the country leagues at the moment, we'll go to the Hume League first. I haven't got the exact score, but I know that